is a melody.
Sundays at 5 p.m. Sundays at 5 p.m. Hey. Hey everyone, welcome to Real Talk with the Gods. This is the hot. Oh, shoot. Sundays at 5 p.m. Sundays at 5 p.m. Hey everyone, welcome to Real Talk with the Gods. This is the hottest new podcast where no topic is off limits. Your co-hosts are Dr. Angela Anaton and Aries King, and we will be coming to you live. No topic is off limits. Sundays at 5 p.m. Welcome to Real Talk with the Gods. Hey everyone. Aries, where the hell did you just go? You know you about to get popped. Anyway.
I don't know what the hell oh, my bad. I'm here. I had to put my
This is exactly why women were here first and y'all wasn't. You see this dumb shit y'all doing?
I'm trying to get my tag on. You know, I got to do everything around this piece.
Welcome to Real Talk with the Gods. I'm very excited about this episode today. I feel very peaceful when I get to say what the fuck I want, how long I want, and to the gravity of which I'd like to say it too. There's something
without being blocked and all of those.
Without being blocked. Isn't it beautiful? We don't get blocked no more. Isn't that a heavenly thing? It'll come though. Once YouTube, when people start flagging us, then they'll take the shit off. But we got some time for that. So you know I have my beautiful libation cup. Today we're doing and honoring. This is him. I don't know. I don't even know if it's a toss-up between Dr. Amos Wilson and Dr. Welsing because it's a man and woman. I feel like they're equal, but this is the man we're going to do first. Dr. Amos Wilson was the best Black psychologist of the 21st century and the 20th. I absolutely love this man. I don't know any psychologist's work who was as, I'm going to say, spiritually, mentally, and psychologically holistic for Black people. And if you read his book, you would thoroughly understand most of the stuff I say about the Black mind and interracial dating and fucking. I honestly got it from his book. The way he describes it, like as biological suicide. I never heard that term until I met him. So I'm going to pour, this is some sanctified water. Y'all going to learn what sanctified means and holy means today. It doesn't mean what you think. I'm gonna pour this
and tell them what you're doing again. How many times I gotta tell you? You gotta do it.
You ain't listening. I already said I'm pouring the libation. That's what you're doing.
You gotta tell them what that means.
So the libation is you are pouring back your essence, and we use water because you use water. I'm supposed to have a plant, but I do have ginger root in here until I have a whole order of succulent plants coming. So until I get my succulent plants here, I have ginger root in my libation cup, and it's wood. It's best to use all natural things that are directly from earth. Meaning you want to use something without all these chemicals and man-made crap, just to channel the connection. So we're pouring a libation to honor Dr. Amos Wilson so that his power can come down. And one of the conduits we used, that we learned in Africa, was water. So they love water. So if you want to make your altar, you always make an altar with water because that's one of the conduits that they come down through. So we bring it down Dr. Amos Wilson today. Oh, Dr. Amos Wilson, I love you. This man, he has a book called The Psychology of the Black Mind. I suggest everybody who's Black read it because this is why y'all think I'm crazy. You think Aries is crazy. You think all these, which I want to call us conspiracy theorists, that we're delusional, that these things will have an effect on our Black minds, and it absolutely does. So it's a great book to read. He goes into the differences of even how we learned that we were the most fasting developed infant out of every other race on the planet. And he has psychological, studies to prove it. So I do want to show a clip of his. And then we'll end with one of his quotes at the end because he's so awesome. So we're pouring a libation to call him down. And we done called Dr. Amos Wilson down. I love him so. So we're going to watch one of his clips, and he's absolutely outstanding. And you should enjoy it. It's a beautiful thing.
When we talk about society, where is it? Is it out there? No, society is not out there. Society is where? It is where? In us. A society can only be carried within the minds and bodies of its members. It does not exist as an entity outside of the minds and bodies of people. So when we talk about a society and a social structure, it must represent itself in the behavior of people and of individuals. Society exists outside and separate from people. That is logically impossible. And it's a stupidity that's perpetrated on the populations, upon our people, and often leads to serious misunderstandings, both of ourselves and of our situation.
Let me tell you something right now. I could have listened to the rest of that. Let me tell you. I could listen to the whole rest of that. Like, I could have listened to the whole rest of that speech. Just what he said right there went over so many people. He said, where is society at? How many people even think about that? This is what I'm talking about. When you study the mind and you get real deep into it, this is what I'm talking about. He is absolutely outstanding. Absolutely amazing.
You hear him say, my people.
Did you hear that?
Keep trying to tell people.
And this was back in the Aries. This was back in the 90s. You know how mad I am that my parents didn't know who he was? We could have been going to his lectures in New York. You hear what I'm telling you?
In
the 90s. Do you hear what I'm telling you? Now you know what's crazy.
And in New York of all things.
And in New York of all places. His death is a mystery. So you know what that means.
Well, y'all know what that means.
This is one of those Khalid Muhammad murders. Come on, it's the same thing. You didn't die because you were sick. That's not how a
prominent Black man just mysteriously died. You already know what time it is.
Come on. So let's show you. Let's show you a quote. Please show it.
So I'm gonna read it for y'all so we can, get the gist of it, and we can have a little small conversation. If you want to understand any problem in America, you need to focus on the profits from that problem, not who suffers from the problem. See what I'm saying? Let me read it again.
That's not deep.
If you want to understand any problem in America, you need to focus on who profits from that problem, not who suffers from that problem. Now, how deep is that? I'm going to leave that up for a second because I want y'all to look at that again. Now, how powerful is that, right? You look around, you see people on the bottom. Who's on the bottom? Us, right? Money exchanging. Who exchanged money more in America? Europeans. Who on top? Europeans. There you go. Look at that. That's amazing.
I prefer the term troglodyte. It just, to me, it just them better.
Of course you do.
We'll
Europeans.
What that means. Troglodyte is so much better. It's so much better.
How powerful is that, brother?
Yo, let me just say something before we get into the news. What I loved about Dr. Amos Wilson, see, people don't understand that when you study the mind is so intricate with its almost trillions of nerve signalings that go on, that when you study how our minds are developed, when Black people want to tell me, oh, it doesn't matter, we can't say that this had any effect.
Here we go.
Oh, we can't say
matter shit.
This is how I know people don't understand how the brain works or how the body works. Do you understand that I can extract your memories out of your muscle tissue? This is what I'm saying, that people don't understand that. So when you tell me that it doesn't matter, when you tell me that we're not suffering, that slavery is, oh no, slavery's not.
Oh, it's too long ago. It was a long time ago.
It's not.
Bullshit.
No, it's not. Because the memory, the actual biochemicals from that time is still in our bodies. Only if, we have gotten healing and we renounce it and we've come to our ancestors, we ask for that healing, can we get free from that? But we're always going to have that scar. My grandchildren will have that scar because we are them. It ain't that far away. And I wish Black people would understand that. And Dr. Amos Wilson does an outstanding job of doing that. Now, because most people have an attention span, I'm not even going to say an attention span of a 5-year-old, because a 5-year-old will watch a TV show for 2 hours. Because you have the attention span of a 5-month-old, Dr. Amos Wilson may seem very, very boring to you, but he is not at all. Back in the day, it wasn't about how you looked and all that. It was just about the information. He is very, very profound,
right?
Very deep.
That's the point.
And he gets into the information. So if you want to understand why I say interracial fucking and dating is biological suicide, please read his books. You can say, oh, wow, that sounds like Angela. I got my stuff from him. Well, meaning I did not have the words in my brain besides they're swine and they're disgusting to say why I didn't like it. He put it in a scientific formula for me that I can use, and it made me smarter. So that's why I loved him. So now we got to get into this Black news. It's so depressing what happened last week with this whole Derek Jackson crap. So you ready to get into this? I can wait to hear what you think. It's cool. So let's get it done.
Now,
welcome to the Black News Update. Real stories. Real time.
Do you want me to play the snippet of him and his deranged wife first, or you want to say something first?
Oh, let me speak on a couple things first. I had to get my tags on. First of all, y'all already know how I start off. Peace to all the gods and goddesses of the earth. That means, male, black female, and child only. I just, y'all know how I do. One love always from your boy King. Every's King to God. Y'all already know, right? We like the updated news out this piece. We're gonna give y'all that. Anything that go on, we're gonna speak about it. So anytime you see something popping off, especially on Facebook or Instagram, Twitter, whatever's going on, y'all want to speak about it, here is the platform for it. Now, we ain't gonna censor you. You can say whatever you gotta say, whatever's on your mind. Don't hold back. We don't get all in our feelings and all of that nonsense that we both have been going throughout these years with you overly emotional people.
Facts.
Now, of course, I would have been spoke on the Derek Jackson issue, but of course, I was in jail as always. But that's never gonna happen again because I ain't debating you motherfuckers no more. Y'all not gonna sit there and keep sending me to jail over a little debate. So, because y'all want to keep reporting me and all that old bullshit. So, I'll just come here and say what I gotta say. And of course, I am going to touch on Brother Chris and Brother Dawood situation for about, I ain't gonna give it that much energy. So I'll speak on that for about 2 minutes after this Derek Jackson thing before we even get the show started. So just prepare for that because, I'm going to go in just for a little bit, though. I ain't going to give it too much energy, though. Now, let's get to this Derek Jackson. Okay.
Oh, go ahead, this motherfucker, yo.
Fire that up.
I'm going to play like 2 minutes because it's too much. I could not deal with it. I couldn't even watch it for 30 minutes. Because when they did it, I just could not. It was way too much for my life.
Go ahead. Play that little jump.
Way too much. This nigga.
What's going on, guys? Derek Jackson here, and today I'm joined by my lovely wife, Danae, and we just wanted to address a couple of things We understand that some of you may have already heard, maybe not, that this chapter of our marriage is one that was preceded by a marriage that I completely failed. And I would say it just started around August, maybe September of last year. But, a lot has been said already about what was the cause and all that other stuff. Some of it is true. Some of it is completely false. But the truth is that Derek Jackson was involved with other women outside the marriage. And by involved, I want to be clear. I'm not talking about just casually kicking it, maybe a lunch or something like that. I'm talking about as serious as sex, to sexual flirtation and meeting up and that kind of thing. And some things that otherwise may be considered okay by some in terms of like just chatting or checking on people or being checked on by people that I've had a previous encounter with. But without my wife's knowledge of it and with us having sexual history, all of it falls under the umbrella of inappropriate, cheating, affair, stepping out. Definitely not in alignment with the vows that I took. And definitely not in alignment.
Oh, really?
Oh, God.
Really?
I'm going by now. Now, I'm saying this publicly, not because I'm, married to you guys. First and foremost, I'm accountable to God. Then
I like how you threw that in there. I give him that.
Literally everything. I've given her basically a roll call list. If I've said hello to a woman in the last 12 years of me knowing her, she knows about it. But now that it's been made so public, it's important that I first...
No, nigga, now you got caught. And the receipts came out.
And then secondly, I know that I cannot build a platform preaching certain things, preaching against certain things, and then in my real life live contrary to that for any amount of time or any length of time to any extent and think that I can't be held accountable. The same way that I preach that, men and women in this situation need to face consequences of their actions, deserve to be held accountable.
I want to forward to her speaking.
So do I. Let's get to her for a second. Get to the system.
I need to leave.
For bringing that forth to you guys.
I agree
with
what he just said. There is no justification for bringing other women into our marriage on any level. And it was unacceptable. And it's not something that I tolerate or that we tolerate moving forward. And when
I can't.
Messages and these things and about, I need to leave or why haven't I left? And the answer is, when I found out about it, I left. I did not hesitate or waste time to do so. And I stayed gone. No matter how many times he came, I stayed gone. And
bitch, no, you didn't.
I am not coming back. And I did not come back until I seen a shift and a change in his mentality and how he carried himself and how he presented himself and conversations that we were able to have that we had never been able to have in just 12 years of knowing each other.
Okay, I can't with her. Okay.
Go ahead, get rid of the nonsense. Let's speak on
I'm done. I'm done. Okay. So I'm gonna go first because I'm the empress on this show. There was several things that was fucking wrong with this. The first thing is, I hate when people act like how she looked was not a fucking problem on the fucking live. Let's be very clear. That man looked fly as hell on this live. She looked like a fucking hobo ass bum. The fact that she's your wife, and I'm not talking about her face yet. I'm talking about her presentation, what she had on. You let your wife that you claim you love, and you're so in love and you're so happy, come on that live looking disgusting. She looked foul. She looked poor. She looked gross. Now let's go into her body. Like I always say, science doesn't lie. I took a course when I was getting my PhD that you niggas still claim I don't got. It was called neurological linguistics. In this course, they taught us that the body is redundant. So fuck what a person's saying out their mouth. This is how CIA agents can torture you and get the truth, even though they're talking to you and you're telling a lie. They know you're lying. They look at the rest of your body senses and they train themselves to look at it. So
that's a fact.
You look when you're speaking with your eyes. Where you look at with your hands, what your body is doing when someone's asking you a question when you're speaking, it's redundancy. All of your senses will line up with what the fuck came out your mouth or it won't. Nothing that came out her mouth was lining up with her body. Nothing. I'm so happy, and you made a bitch. Your body's telling on you right now. I'm looking at you. No, you're not happy. Let's go into what really happened. On Sunday, this motherfucker said the allegations are false. Do you know why we can't bring that shit up anymore? Because during the live, the nigga took it down because everybody was coming at him. He said everything was false, and the only thing he did was flirt in text messages. So this is what happened. She felt further disrespected. They had a fucking argument. She probably threatened to let something out. And then this is when he was like, all right, well, we're going to do a live together. And she don't give a fuck about herself. So let's think about this very clearly. She don't give two shits about herself, which is why she agreed to come on the live like that. Why she's staying with this motherfucker. They've been dating since high school. Please don't let her gas y'all up. They have pictures from high school. He was ugly and corny. So was she corny. Let's be very clear. She was corny. She's not super fly. Her face is not ugly, but she ain't no super fly bitch. Let's stop playing this fucking game. Okay? They've been dating since high school. He didn't want to be with her. That's why he got married on her. She was still fucking this dude. Okay? He gets divorced. You see? Gets back with her. Why? This is the perfect motherfucker to have his platform, do his dirt, and she ain't gonna go nowhere. She was perfect for him. A dumb motherfucking idiot. Perfect. Do you hear what I'm telling you? And then this nigga Saka, did you see his demeanor? He's like, oh, the shit is working. That's what I saw in his eyes the whole time on the live. He's happy that his shit is working still. I saw it in his face. The shit is working. Anyway.
You done? Take a breathe.
I'm gonna drink my ionized water.
Oh God. Okay, I'm gonna come at it from a different perspective. Okay,
you
now, you know I would. First off, okay. Now it's funny how a lot of people missed the part about him saying he was previously married, that he failed miserably. Yes. It's funny how that I picked up on that. But
you did. You told me
that was ignored.
Facts. I didn't hear that. I thought it was even worse than I thought.
So then they tried to, they didn't clip that part out. So then they try to retract the statement saying they was married for 10 plus years or whatever number they didn't throw out of there now. But they just told you they was only married for a year. They just said that. I didn't say it.
That's a fact.
Okay, they said it. So don't take my word for it. Listen to the video again.
Yes.
Okay. Now, he said he had a situation preceding that. What does preceding mean? Okay, the situation was before her. So he was already married, and the marriage he failed miserably. That's what he said. Okay, now, I've seen a lot of women beating down Miss Jackson, beating her down.
I'm not beating her down.
I said a lot of women, not you. Not you per se. I don't think you made a post about it, sister. So I'm not sure if you made a post about the sister or not.
No,
but
I did.
A lot of people did. Okay, so a lot of people did and was saying she's not an ugly sister. So I'm not sure how a lot of women were saying that. That doesn't even make sense.
No,
especially by women she actually looked better than.
No, let's be clear about what the women were saying. This is what I don't like when niggas don't read shit right. What we were saying was she looked like a bum. That's what we were saying.
Or what you said.
What I saw a woman saying, they would say she looks terrible. Right. We weren't actually talking about her face. We're talking about the bitch looks terrible.
Okay. I agree that she should have came on and presented herself in a different light. Knowing everyone in their mama is going to be paying attention to what's coming.
She ain't doing that.
So I get that. I do agree that. And then see, one thing I noticed is how tight the brother was holding her hand. Like, if you've really been honest here, like, he ripped her hand off. Like he wasn't having it. He played it very, very well. I will give him that. And then I got a video.
Thanks to White Jesus because that helped.
Oh gosh, only get me started on this shit. Okay, so then they're talking about this, the Bible. Okay, so all right, now according to scriptures, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, it supports polygyny, right? Not polygamy. So ladies, get that bullshit out of your head. Sorry, not sorry. That's what it supports. Support polygamy. It don't support you having multiple husbands. So don't even think that. Okay. Now, so there's nothing in scriptures to say he did anything wrong outside of he should have taken on another wife. That's what he should have done.
No.
If we're staying in the scriptures, he should have taken on. He entered that woman so he can't just run around. What?
Sir,
I'll let you talk.
According to the scripture, yeah, but you just said a lie. You just said according to the scripture he did nothing wrong. If I am correct, in Leviticus and Deuteronomy, and yeah, let's get it together. It says
he did
commit adultery. He committed adultery. So do not say according to the scripture he did nothing wrong.
Now, here we go. Now, if we go by scriptures, here we go again. According to adultery, this is what they put in about adultery. Adultery is a man sleeping with another man's wife. It has nothing to do with a man sleeping with another woman that's single. So that what I'm saying is, when he hurt,
you want to do now.
I mean, I'm sorry. That's according to scripture. I looked up. I couldn't find it nowhere in there where the man is just stepping out with a woman, and it's no law against it. So you can't take it personal because there's no law against it. Period. No law against it. Okay. Adultery was always considered when a man sleeps with another man's wife. That's what King David. Why did God curse King David? Because he slept with another man's wife. Now, had she been single,
because the wife was committing adultery with him.
Yeah, and they both committed adultery. That is abomination against God, according to scriptures. Not my opinion. So don't sit there and say it for my biblical fathers. That's not my opinion. So he played it absolutely right. She's ignorant towards scriptures. They both are. They both were sitting up there lying. We all know that was a Will and Jada episode, and that's okay. That's okay. I'm not even mad that she wanted to stay with her.
It needs to get thrown into the trash, but
because he's the cash cow. So I'm not even mad that she stayed with the cash cow. She 9 times out of 10, she probably don't have a job. You know. So I mean, now if she do, I'll rephrase my comment, but. To my knowledge,
what you get a job for? What you get a job for when he's selling card games, selling card games to these dumb single bitches is buying and his dumb ass books? You don't gotta work because bitches is paying for their food bill buying them stupid ass card games. Come on, stop.
So where do women go now? Steve Harvey been married more times than the Beatles broke up, right? So he failed you. Then you turn around, Mr. Jackson. So where y'all run at now, please?
No, look, can we just say something?
It's getting really, really bad for y'all. Y'all taking L's.
I don't feel Steve Harvey was telling women to follow what he did. I feel like Steve Harvey was letting women know what men think, even though he's halfway wrong with it. Because he's talking about old school dudes, not this new nigga we dealing with today.
So he was wrong. Right. So he was wrong too.
He let women know what men were thinking. So he said some of y'all man shit. He broke the man code with that book.
He broke the man code. He told some lies. He told some secrets. Yes. So he the same man that's been married like 6 times. I'm confused. So where do y'all turn to now? Okay. Y'all biggest threats against heterosexual men, real men, have failed y'all. So now where do y'all turn? Where y'all turn to now? So now what y'all gonna do? All that quoting Steve Harvey and Derek Jackson shit is over. I will jump on your post and beat it up. So now where y'all turn, ladies? This shit is getting crazy. Y'all taking L's all over the world. I'm trying to tell you, that shit is just crazy.
It's unfortunate, but it's still unfortunate. But I felt sorry for her only because
I feel sorry for the sister too.
She's been only to a certain extent. She's been dealing with this for over 15 years. She married him thinking marriage and a baby would change. And marriage and a baby don't never change no nigga. It don't never change a man. It don't never change a black king. Whatever word you like, that's why I'm using all 3. It doesn't change what they want to do with their fucking penis. I don't know why women got to get this to their brain. It changes nothing.
Nothing.
Only if a man wants to, because if he sees that you're hurt by something and he wants to not do it because he sounds hurting, that's going to be on him. But you can never force a man to do that. It has to be of his own will. So,
a man has to be the change. I agree at 100%.
I just felt bad for her because she kept saying by his stripes, I'm healed. Bitch, you're not healed. You're sitting there crying every fucking night. His stripes ain't real because he's not real. And I felt sorry for her that in 2021, we have women who are still going to stay in toxic relationships, be in pain, suffer, because the Bible said, y'all
need to stop with that Bible shit.
Suffer. The Bible said you can do all things through Christ. The Bible, it's so sad. I want to find where she is and give her my book. I really do. I want to read my book. I do.
I'm not against her saving her marriage, but what I will say is
I'm against it. You know why?
I wouldn't have
I'm against it.
Been so public with my situation. She should have just let him bury himself. Let him dive in deep water by himself. Like, he made all of those dumb decisions, right? So let him live with his decisions. I don't think she should have came on live explaining her situation to other motherfuckers that don't even care.
Do you know why she did that? I'm going to tell you why. The reason she did it this time is because she wants the world to know I'm his wife. She want all them hoes, all them bitches that he was in love with, that he said, I love you too. Oh, wait till you see these messages.
I can't wait to see those messages.
She wants those women to know I'm not going anywhere. And because you see me now, maybe you'll think twice. What she doesn't understand is he's just going to be a better liar. He's going to pick different types of bitches to do this with. For example, instead of picking Instagram dummies like he did, let me go pick somebody who got something to lose, a CEO, a bitch who's married. Oh, he's going to pick better women to do this with. It's in his nature. You can't help it. He's a 31-year-old baby. He's a fucking child. He's been doing this for 12 years since he was 20. He didn't go through nothing. He went through nothing. Fucking bitches.
Y'all taking advice from a baby.
A goddamn baby.
Yo. See, I was shocked when I found out he was still a baby, because I remember being a baby and all the horrible decisions I made and was incapable of making correct decisions at times. So I definitely get it. Oh, shut up. You know Booker, huh?
She terrible. Make sure he's on time. I need him here at 4:45. He gives me anxiety. Anyway,
Booger looking all good, got her head down. I would tell her come get in the camera.
Well, you already know I had to get my beautiful African hair done. You know how we get down. I don't put hair.
A big shout out to Angela Johnson. I want y'all to know, support Black businesses only. I got this from her. I'm rocking it for y'all today. So Black businesses only. Of course, while the Booger got her own business, I'm gonna put her shit in the chat as well. Understand this. Support Black only. I'm not against y'all supporting other nations of people. Okay, I'm lying. I'm totally against y'all supporting other nations of people. I'm totally against y'all supporting other nations of people. Now, what I will say is this. Can we do business with other nations? Yes. But you do business with your own first. That's all I'm saying.
Well, Angela Johnson made a very beautiful piece of my king, and I really loved it.
Oh, that shit was dope.
It was
I'm
very
going on our website and get something else. It was dope. I gotta get something for my queen on her birthday.
Did an outstanding job. But I have my choker on today, and I know y'all probably see like, well, she got 666 on her neck. So before we get into our little show today, the reason I have this on is because 666 is 6 electrons, 6 neutrons, and 6 protons. And that is what makes melanin and makes us black. So I'm channeling that.
It's not the mark of the beast. Y'all need to stop with this bullshit.
Well, that's what they told everybody.
Like, who is this beast? Who is this beast?
Yeah, they believe.
Because the sister, oh gosh, the sister, I had a school sister the other day. She wanted to hit me with this karma crap. And the first thing I say is, well, where's the European karma? When you show me their karma, I'll believe in it. Next. So that's how that works.
I say that all the time. If you're going to tell me that their karma is, oh, well, they're not going to survive the planet, so in 10,000 years they won't be here. No. That's not karma. That is whether they were evil or not. That was going to happen in 10,000.
That's nature. It has
that's
nothing
nature.
To do with karma.
That's not.
But they wised up. They realized they can't make it without us, so they don't have a choice. So that's why they push this interracial crap.
That's a fact. I don't see the karma of I cut black men's penises off, and now I'm suffering for it. I raped 3-year-old babies with no condom, and the mother and her sisters with my ugly ass friends and no condom.
Wait.
They didn't get karma for that. Fuck the shit. They did not.
So I don't believe in karma, ladies and gentlemen. Just so we're clear on that. Now, before we get to the topic, let me get on this Christian Dawood thing real fast.
Go
because
ahead.
My sisters, my beloved sisters, how disappointed I am in y'all. Like, it's just too many of y'all are weird. And people wonder why I stopped fucking with the LS so many years ago, because a lot of you women are corny and y'all are fucking disgusting. I'm just going to tell you what it is. I'm going to be honest with you. Here's brother Chris, right? Okay. Men stick by a different code than women, right? So I'm not here to beat up on brother Di. you know, because I got mad love and respect for Dawood, regardless of his mental illness. And yes, that's exactly what it is. Regardless of his sexual confusion, I'm not here to beat on that brother. He's still my brother, right? But what Chris did was bring awareness to the LS from what I took from this, right? He brought awareness to the LS, right? So I thought awareness was accepted, right? So when I read some of the comments, I'm looking at, oh, he's being light-skinned. But just not that long ago, a brother was just blackballed in the LS because he had what it was, statutory rape charge, I believe it was. And so many of y'all spoke against it, right? But because Brother Di obviously puts it down in bed, no respect, right? Mm-hmm. I seen a sister said, what's the difference from raw pussy sex and raw asshole sex? Like, you women are really getting fucking disgusting. Like, seriously, y'all are really getting weird to me. It's absolutely disgusting. Are you serious? Do you really think vagina raw sex is the same as butt fucking? Y'all, you women are disgusting. Like, I seen a hell of a comments in support of that nonsense. And if we go back to the 90s, Brother Dawood would be kicked. He would be barred from any LS event, period, ever. He would be banned for life. Now, I don't know what the brother's penis do, so I'm not going to sit there and speak on another man's penis because that's not. I would say this: what a man do in the bedroom should not be as public as it is. Like, y'all need to stop that bullshit. If he decides to be with men, right? Why it needs to be public? That's something he do in his bedroom. That's not your fucking business.
I agree.
I don't support brothers talking about hurting one another, killing one another. What I said to Chris is, like, if you felt this type of way, you should have just beat dude the fuck up. Like, it's one thing if they said, you know what, Dawood hit Chris and like, yo, I made some error, right? I made a mistake, right? I would have supported Chris to be like, yo, let's just fight and get it over with. Now, of course, Dawood not gonna win. No, not. But I don't think the brother know karate. And last time I checked, when a man is bigger than you, you're gonna lose. I'm sorry. That brother's like 160, and Chris is my size. Chris like 220, 230 out that piece against a 160-pound man. I'm sorry, Brother Di ain't have no chance of winning that fight. Right. But I prefer men handle like that versus that's gunplay that a lot of women was pushing. Like when I got into it with Brother Uriah, Brother Brian, you had sisters coming on there, this, that, and the third, putting it. Women, stop pushing brothers out there to beef with each other. Stop. Y'all are mad corny for that shit. Like, if two men are having an issue, let them handle their issue. Right? And that's why I applauded Brother Les and Brother Chris. Brother Willie thought it was funny that they made up. But this is the thing. This is how I look at it. All of that gunplay, I don't get excited over brothers killing each other. That shit is just corny to me. So to me, I saluted that. They was like real men. Like, it takes a real man to push his pride to the side, because I say this, and I say this all the time. Our pride is our sin. As a man, our pride is all we have. So it for them to suck up their pride, and no, I'm not using the term humble. That shit is corny. So I don't fuck with European words. So that term humble bothers me. So what they did was sucked up their pride, and they had a conversation and they squashed whatever they had. And I wish Brother Dawood and Brother Chris do the same, even if they got to fight and get it over it. Nothing wrong with a good knuckle up session, and then we move on in life, because it ain't that deep. What I will say though is, we're going to speak on that gay shit, but not today. I just wanted to touch bases on that. Ladies, please stop pushing black men killing each other, because that shit is wrong on so many levels. I can't support nothing like that. Like, it's just sad. Seriously, y'all need to grow the fuck up. Real talk. But that's all.
Okay. So today's topic, we are going to be discussing a very interesting topic today, and I'm excited about it. I have my shit prepared in a PowerPoint. I don't know what the hell you got. I know what the fuck
I'm gonna do straight off the dome.
We're gonna be talking about polygamy versus monogamy. We have a very special guest, because she knows, I've seen her post so many times. We have conversations. She knows so many details about all the intricate types of polygamy. So we're gonna have Lady T on a little later. She's backstage. She looks so beautiful. I see you there. And we're gonna talk about it. I have my views and my opinions on it, besides the definition of what they are. We'll get Lady T to give us some clarification. And we're discussing this because the shit with Derek Jackson, he talked against polygamy so bad. But nigga, you need polygamy. You wouldn't be going through none of this shit, you dummy. So it's the crazy thing that he talked against it. Even talked about Kevin Wesley with his two beautiful African queens he got. He specifically discussed that man and those two women. And
he did. I seen the video.
Did you see that? Oh,
I seen the video. I did. Somebody sent it to me. I seen the video.
They did. So we're going to talk about, is it beneficial or not? We're going to talk about this tonight, and it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. So I'm going to upload my screen, and we're going to get started with what I feel is a good thing. This is a beautiful thing. So let's get it done. All right. So, that's the ending. Hold on. I got to go back to the beginning. Let's go back to the top. There we go. Can we escape? So we have, see what I'm doing? Why every time I want to do one escape? Why you can't just do it regular? Every time you go to do something, here we go. Anyway, y'all can see it. So, Aries, can you see this?
No. Give it a second. It might pop up. Sometimes the software moves a little slow.
Hold on. Let me make sure that it's sharing.
Make sure it's popping up.
Yeah, it says share. Nothing. Hold on. Chrome tab. Share my thing. I'm supposed to be sharing my screen. Gotcha. You see it now?
Yeah. See, I told you sometimes software move a little slow.
Okay. So now we're going to do it now. All right. So let's get it started. There we go. All right. So I had to put him on there because I tell you now, this man did to me, if you're going to do polygamy, this is how it's done. He did an amazing job. I love Kevin Wesley, who was in this picture, this black man with his two queens. He actually used to be a pastor, and he was a hardcore pastor. And that's why I started following him, was because he was a pastor, and then he learned about African spiritual, science and spirituality, and then it converted him, and now look at his life. And people attack him all the time, so let's get into it. So, all right, let's define what it is first. We already know what monogamy is. We're going to look at that definition later. We're going to do polygamy first. It says polygamy is having multiple partners sexually and or emotionally. Okay? Now, we're going to have our guest come on, and she's going to tell us everything she wants about this. And this is the research I found. So I feel these are some advantages. This was a screenshot that I found years ago explaining the different types of polygamy that exist. They have open relationships. We have polyfidelity. I know Lady T's going to know more about this. Totally polyamory. I know she said she's in a mono-poly. All these don't tells, don't ask, don't tell, different types of polygamy. So I felt these are the advantages of polygamy, meaning emotional and sexual. You get to do this, that emotional connection and sexual connection with multiple people. The advantages was honesty. It really prevents the lying because you're aware. You get support and help. You have a community dynamic in the home. Those are the advantages that I found for doing polygamy. What do you think about that?
Hold on. Stop for 1 second, Ange, because in the chat, it's not, can you look at the chat right now on your side, right?
Look at the chat.
We missed so many comments. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
So you want to go over some comments first?
No, what I'm saying is, can you see them on your laptop? Can you see the comments?
I see the comments in my laptop.
You do? Because I can't see shit. That's why I had to open up my phone to look at the comments.
Go into when you hit all, make sure everything is clicked so that you can see the comment. You're not going to be able to. Every comment should come up in here.
Right. But 3 of them, it's saying 3 of them is not, can't post comments to some destinations.
Right.
What type of bullshit is that?
I don't know why it's doing that, but I have my phone out. Oh, that's because I have to make it public. Hold on. Make your thing private. That's the problem. When you have the live private, you won't see the comment. So you have to edit the privacy. Make it public, and that way all the comments will show up. You have to you see, now they all show up. Make your Aries, your Aries.
Oh, I see it now. I don't think I had to do anything.
Well, I did because people like reporting people. So.
Oh, all right. That was you, not me.
Yeah, that was me. So I had to make a public.
All right. Okay.
You good now?
Oh yeah, I can see everything now.
Okay,
yeah.
good. All right. So, what do you think about what I said the advantages are? You're aware, it's honesty, you know you're not going to get lied to. You can support and help, and you have a community dynamic in your house. These are the advantages to me.
Okay, that's some good damn advantages, Okay, first off, you do have honesty, so let's deal with that. That's a beautiful thing. I think doing the dynamic, everyone's upfront and honest of their likes, dislikes, wants, and where they're going in their life. Now, let me see. Supporting the help, important. Community dynamic in the home. Yes.
I actually want to bring in late. I think we should bring her in now while we go through this, honestly. What do you think? I don't think we should wait till I want to bring her in now.
She want to come touch them.
It doesn't make sense to go through it and then have her when we going through it right now. So let's just bring her in right now.
I'm so sorry I missed all these comments. Damn.
We're gonna have the comments time.
I know. We're gonna go ahead. I know.
Hi, beautiful.
Hi, baby.
Hi. God, do you know why I love her? Let me tell you why I love this woman. Most of the women do not like me. This woman has been my friend from the first time we met. She never blocked me. She didn't say I don't fuck with you. She didn't say don't talk to me. I don't like what the fuck you said. And girl, Lady T, I love you for that. You hear what I'm telling you?
But you know why? Because I like debating. You like debating. People take stuff so personal, like it's an attack. No, it's my personal opinion. And if you don't like it, that's okay.
You're right.
Respect it and keep moving. And that was the mentality you had. Hello, sir.
How are you, ma'am? What's going on? What's going on? I can't complain. Life is good, isn't it? Woke up this morning. Life is good.
Yes.
Yes.
Lady T, what do you think about the picture I have? I had this picture for years, actually. Because when I first came into the lifestyle, this was a post that I had seen and I saved it. And these are the advantages that I took from the research that I did. I want to hear your thoughts about this.
I totally agree with the advantages. If they're done right, I totally agree with it.
If they're done right.
I totally agree with it. If they're done right. You have people that they say they want men. So let's say as far as men wanting multiple women or multiple wives. If that's what you're going for, the community, the building of a company, helping with the children, that's fine and dandy, and he can financially support that, I'm all for it. But some just want multiple women.
Yes. Now, Lady T, let me ask you. Go. Okay. So can I ask you this? Do you think that the having multiple women and the children, that's kind of like the small piece to it? It's almost like I feel like polygamy is way bigger than that. If you're doing it right,
it's really like a business. I think it's like a business. It's way bigger than that. It's like a business, really. Right. If you go in there from a business standpoint, a business mindset, it is a business. I follow on Instagram. It's called Progressive Love Academy. Okay. This woman, her husband, pretty much they built a business from there. Like she has multiple husbands. He has multiple wives. The wives, the husband, they're all into like coaching people into getting them into polyamory, and especially people who have been together 10 years or more, so that they don't end in divorce, especially amongst our people. They talk to them and help them find ways to get past that. Divorce is not the answer. How do we work this out for the sake of the kids, sake of the finances? And they've actually built an empire with it. A healthy empire with it. So
I bet they did.
I think it's so much bigger than that. I don't need nobody to help me with my kids. So much bigger than that. What happened to those that come in and don't have kids? How do they benefit from it? So you gotta benefit from it. It's you can make an empire out of it. Build the finances, save up, get a big house. Everybody do this shit. Put money away. Invest it. Be able to retire earlier. Okay. I'm paying $1,600 here. You're paying $1,600 there. You're paying $1,000 there. let's put it all together and then take that extra money and invest it. So it's so much bigger than helping me with the kids. I got friends and family that can help me with kids.
Exactly. Right.
So it's much bigger than that.
It's much bigger.
Hell, it can be 500 a piece, and y'all can make something. Just imagine 500 a week each person. Just do the numbers. You don't even gotta get into the thousands. Just imagine everybody bringing in 300 to 500 a week. You know, you do 5, that's 1,500 a month. Okay, that's 3 people. 15 and 15, 15 and 15. You do the numbers. What is that? $6 grand a month? I mean, how do you fail? Now, how do you not progress from that $6 grand a month? Because a lot of people ain't making that, which is 2 people. Let's be very clear about this. We got to be honest here. So $6 grand a month, 3 people, 3 ways. Come on. You know what you great build? Heaven on earth. I'm trying to tell you some good shit. You heard me. I'm trying to tell you some good shit. You heard me. Okay. So it has its benefits. It do. But with every pro, that is a con. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways.
You get ready to hit that next. So did everybody, did you say what you wanted to say about this one? Because we're going to go to the next one.
So I will say this.
Go ahead.
I fully support polygyny. I do. I don't. I do. Not. So I had a debate the other day with Europeans, right? And their argument is the woman having 2 husbands. No, I don't support that. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't support that nonsense at all. You only can be 1 king to every castle. I'm not sure how 2 kings in a castle would work unless they're gay. Like, I watched a couple of shows, right? And all the shows that I've met, so I'm watching the guys, right? And they're having a conversation. So I'm like, okay, maybe she got something I don't know about, right? And so the show was going over. What do the men do? Kiss in the mouth. See what I'm talking about? So I'm not sure how 2 strong black males can work.
I don't see how you can have that. I would know 2.
So you're looking at it from a sexual aspect.
Well, I'm not sexually too, but I'm saying I don't see 2 warrior type males, 2 Shaka Zulus talking about we're gonna share a woman, fuck her raw, have kids with her.
I'm just not sure how that
is not doing that. You can get lower level men to do that.
Let me say, okay, the same couple I'm talking about, she was past her stage of having kids, so no more kids with her. Their kids are grown by the time they started building this empire. No more kids, but this man, her husband, has other wives. So I guess in her stance was like, well, you got wives. Who the hell's supposed to take care of me while you tending to your wives? So why is it I can't have another husband? And that's like, so it wasn't about their kids, because their kids were practically grown, but they've been married for over 25 years. She's been married to the second husband for 3 years.
See, this is why we're going to go into the next slide, is the disadvantages. See, I know people say, oh, we don't have enough women. That's not true anymore. If you look up this world census, we have enough women for every man on the planet. The problem is we do not have enough women for every man where we live.
Women.
If you want to stay in Atlanta, Atlanta's mad little. Of course, there's way more women down there than that. Doesn't mean there's more women on the planet. That number is gone. Old evolution, pre-civilization. I'm even not saying pre-civilized. I'll say pre a whole bunch of people on a pre-populating the whole earth. Yes, there were always more women because we were here first. But now we have enough of them here. We just stay in the same place. Let all these women who don't have men right now go to the motherland. Ain't no shortage of men over there. There is no shortage of men. So we like to stay here in the U.S. We want to stay in Philly. We want to stay in New York. Come on. If we went to the Caribbean, we went to South America and Africa, every last one of us would have a man for us that we could be with without doing that. So I do think that a lot of the polygamy aspects came from how you lived and how many people were there, and you didn't really travel like that. So this is what was there. Then you got to deal with when the men died. Now the men died. One man's left who was a regal noble. Now you got to deal with that, and then all these wives were left. So it's not really on the notion of, you hear men say this all the time. There's way more women on the planet than that was never the reason why polygamy was done. When you really go and do the research, it had nothing to do with numbers. Because we are always here. Y'all were here. Of course, y'all died earlier. That's a fact. You died earlier than
we
women.
Still dying earlier. So
you will, and you always will, because you don't have
always will.
You don't have mitochondrial DNA. You always will, and you always want to argue with me, but you always.
I'm not going to beat up your mitochondrial DNA
That's
theory.
Why you died before us.
I'm gonna leave science alone because science has its flaws. I don't need to beat it up. It beats itself up.
You're
okay.
The man.
I will annihilate science, but continue. Now, to address Lady T. Hold on. Okay. We can't move past this yet because she thought she's just going to come in and sneak out of here. Now, we ain't doing that. So what I would say is this. That dynamic she's speaking of, what's the key word in that sentence? They're all older. Okay? So they're all seasoned, matured, stuck in their ways, right?
Yeah.
So this is the thing.
Not young.
So this is the thing. Okay. So this is the thing. So when you're established, right, you can move a certain type of way, right? Now, how I look at polygyny, right? That's some new shit they're doing. What I'm saying is this. I look at it as we're all under one union, one home, one all of that. But when you get older, I understand the dynamic changes a little bit. I get it. But if you can somebody show me a younger version polygyny that actually worked, then we can have a different dialogue. I guarantee that conversation will go a whole lot different.
Now I know I have.
How do men sleep in the bed? I'm curious about that. Right? Because I've seen women.
No, they don't.
No, not yours. Your people are older. They don't have to sleep together. That's why I said if we're speaking on the younger generation, how will it work? So, right? You got a lot of cons over there. So. Because I'm just trying to think, because me and Booker talked about that last, right? I'm just trying to think another grown-ass man talking about, I'm coming over, I'm staying tonight. Oh, hell no, bitch. Y'all all get out. Nah, we ain't doing none of this phony shit. Like, he all hairy and shit, big-ass feet, flopping all over the bed. Nah, fuck that. No. None of that sounds right to me. So that's not going to work for me. No.
I agree.
We had that conversation. She's talking about, oh, my God. What if I want some other dick?
Yeah.
We ain't doing that phony shit. But, yeah. Go ahead. Continue.
I had a relative. She had a friend at work, and we had a conversation. She was one of 25 children in Africa. This man had mad children with multiple different women and had multiple wives. Now, she was one of 25. She was child 17. She said she hated her life. She said she did not get to spend time with her father. It was very short. He didn't really have time to invest into them. The wives, at the end of the day, it's still a hierarchy. I know they try to act like it's not, but it is. Just like Brother Polite. Brother Polite can act like Aminette's not really the main wife. She is the main bitch. All of her wives come second to her. He can.
Well, he put her out there as number one all the time, so that tells you she is.
But besides him putting her out there, she was with him the longest since they were young. So what I'm saying is, when it comes to women, I cannot see another woman living with me, and I'm gonna want my house set up the way I want. You get what I'm saying? So that we're going to go into the disadvantages next, because I don't see it's only going to work to me if you get different types of women. Meaning you have to get different types of women who don't want a whole bunch of dick, who don't want a whole bunch of time, who don't give a fuck about the house. You got to have women on that type of level for it to work. You can't
be alike.
You cannot be alike. It's not. I can't do it. I was in a type of polygamy. It didn't work to me.
Like,
I didn't mind. Go ahead.
I don't like cooking, so somebody can come in here. If she like cooking, go right in here, my girl, rock out. You get no problem from me.
Exactly.
Rock out with your cock out.
Yeah.
Wait, so ho. Can you cook is the question. I don't want to hear you don't like cooking shit. Can you cook?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I got it. I mean, I'm scared. I was scared a little minute now. My feelings almost got hurt. I'm like, whoa.
Cook my ass off.
Okay.
I don't like
All right, just
so I don't see it working that way, but now that we're going into the disadvantages, let's go into
let's get to the disadvantages.
These are the disadvantages that I found. Y'all can add, disagree, whatever you want. So
You came prepared.
You know I did. Separation. We have separation. I said anti-holy, so I want to tell people what I mean by anti-holy. What I mean by, I don't know what holy means or what consecrated means. Holy means used for one consecrated use. Consecrate means to declare sacred and honorable by dedication and separation. So what I mean by anti-holy is all of the acts, all of the emotion, all of the love. There is no sacredness to it now because it's not set apart now. It's between multiple people. That is a fact. It is anti-holy when you do that. Now, you have lack of devoted time. What that means is I want my time and I want it all the time. So for me, I don't need no breaks. I don't want no fucking breaks. I'm not that bitch. I don't need breaks, yo. I had enough breaks. I want my shit all the time, forever. I don't do breaks. Then lack of sexual satisfaction and maladaptation. I say maladaptation because I've never seen a polygamous situation where somebody didn't feel slighted, somebody didn't feel pissed the fuck off, somebody didn't feel something wasn't going down right. I'm sorry. That's what the fuck I saw. So for me, through my crucible with polygamy, I did not like. I can do polygamy if I'm the center. If I'm the center and a bitch want to come in and she love me and Wayne love me, we can rock the fuck out. I can't do polygamy with a whole nother bitch and fuck no. You got to get the fuck out when I want you out. I want to go to sleep with my motherfucking man every night. I don't want to share that. I don't. Not my life. Not my life. I don't need that. I'm every woman. I'm a bad motherfucker. I don't need all that. Okay? So I don't like the separation because they're gonna want to go on a vacation. But then when it's birthday comes, who's getting the birthday? This shit's very complicated. And let's be very clear. The way Angela has to fuck, nigga, you don't have enough dick to have multiple wives with me. I need my shit and I need my sauce every fucking day, and I want it twice a day. So for Angela, that's not gonna work. Now we got a girlfriend, that's cool. We can do all that shit, but the way I am, my pussy wants him every day. I don't give a how many parties we go to. I have to have that shit. I don't mind sharing his penis for a few hours. We entertaining people, that's one thing. But the emotional side, it was very, very draining. His birthday was complicated. You gotta share everything, the vacation. It was annoying for me. I didn't like it. I did not. I really didn't. I'm just being honest. So what do y'all think?
Hold on 1 second before we even go on. Hold on. Lady T, hold on 1 second. Let's address this real quick because I keep trying to tell y'all. What did I tell you? Now, keep in mind, the Holy Quran is only, that ain't nothing but a baby book compared to the scriptures of the Bible.
No, it's another Bible.
Here we go. We're proving my point. Where's Kayla being at? Is that not what I said? So call your Bible thumpers, Miss Kayla, and see what she said. The same thing that's in the Bible, which is the King James or the Holy Torah, is the same thing as in the Quran. I tried to tell you that. Next. Just the Bible, beat her up.
Because I did see Akila's comment. The Bible absolutely tells women to tolerate toxic relationships. You need to go read Leviticus and Deuteronomy. You will find it in there. It definitely tells women to tolerate bullshit. And you can read the New Testament in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And the Act. You can go read that.
It's a man-made book.
Yes, it is.
It is a man-made book. It's a man-made book.
It's a man-made book.
When you go to church, they don't teach you them parts. They leave out the slavery part.
They do leave out those parts.
All the horrible shit and make you think the Bible is wonderful ass book. The shit is satanic. And I mean Satan in a bad way, not a good way.
I'm not going to say go that far. I would say this. I would simply say this. We can see what a European has had as inceptions of the scriptures. But I'm not going to say it's a touch on the book because it comes from our ancestors. No matter how y'all cut the pie, that is still a black man's book. Period. No,
concepts come from the ancestors. That book called the Bible is delusional. Don't get it fucked up.
I said we see what a European has. Okay, I said that. I give
so what do you think about what I put up here for the disadvantages when you're doing polygamy?
You want to go ahead, Lady T, because I'm going to be kind of long.
I need sacredness, Lady T. I need sacredness. What is for me? Yes.
Yeah, nothing's sacred anymore. I think the most disadvantaged part is that and emotional ties. Like I'm like you. I don't need breaks. I'm not one of those women be like, oh my God, I wish he would go some fucking way. I need a break.
Right.
I'm clean as fuck. I'm not that chick. I don't need a break. If it comes to a point where I need a break, something's wrong.
Yeah, something is wrong.
If I need a break, something's wrong.
That's a fact. So, and let's be very clear. But Lady T, tell me if you agree with me. I feel like the women who say they need breaks, you either with a man who ain't hitting you right, and you were with him for another reason besides I am in love with him. Because if you in love with him and that motherfucker hitting you right, what break you really want? Like, let's stop playing this game here. They can put that fraud up for me all day, put it up for Facebook. Nah, we know what's really going on. We know why your ass needs a fucking break. Okay?
Yeah, I don't need breaks. If I need a break, something's wrong. I don't need breaks.
It is something's wrong.
I don't get
question.
like that. Mm-mm.
So for me, the sacredness,
so
like I said, the anti-holy part for me, nothing is sacred now. So now it's like, what do we have that sets us apart? You doing the same? I don't give a fuck. You doing it with 5 bitches. You still doing it with 5 bitches. What is sacred to Angela? What's sacred to Lady T? This is why this shit don't work. And after 20 years, them women ain't happy. Arminette looks depressed. Brother Lights Arminette looks depressed. When they do interviews, she don't look happy. She does not. Let's be very clear about that. She does not look happy. She don't want to share that man's birthday and all them other goddamn house. Oh God, no. Don't nobody want to do it. I know I don't. I don't. Now, sexual polygamy, I'm cool with. Nigga, y'all can fuck all day. That don't really bother me. Y'all can fuck all day. I don't give a fuck. You can fuck 90,000 bitches. I don't care.
Basically, you can share the bed. You're not trying to share the heart.
Ho.
Yes.
You cannot. That's a lie. That's what she said, but that's not what she means.
Yes, it is what I mean.
I'm gonna tell you why you don't mean it.
That's not what I mean.
I'm great. Tell you why, Miss Centerpiece. You're the same person just said 5 seconds ago. You have to be the centerpiece. You can't have it both ways. I'm talking. I'll let you talk. I'll let you talk. Okay. I'm gonna beat up your comment for a second, and then you can come back. Okay. So. You say a bag can do this, can do that. It sounds good when you say it, but this is the problem.
Let me burn my
when that penis start going to her a lot more than you. Now what?
You said what?
Now what? When that penis start going to her a lot more than you, then what?
Why the fuck would that ever happen, bro? That's why you bringing up dynamics.
Why wouldn't it happen? I mean, because what I'm saying is this. When I get to my con, you'll understand why I'm saying.
Let me help you out. So let me help you. You obviously see what the fuck I said. Sharing his penis does not make me not the center. Do you understand this? I can be fucked. I get fucked before and after. I am still the center when you're fucking another bitch. So that's not taking away that Angela is not the center. So understand that shit first, okay? Get that through your fucking brain. How on earth do you think this motherfucker is going to fuck somebody else more than me? In what world is that ever happening?
Okay.
How? Nigga, do you know who I am? Howard, do you know who I am? Stop playing like you don't know. That's not happening. That's why I gotta burn stage. When you talk, you aggravate my chakras, and that's why I'm burning this Dragon Blood stage. Now you aggravate. Let's be very clear. I specifically told you I was not settling this time, right? Or what did I say I wasn't settling with?
We know what you said. You said it. I don't need to say it.
I told you I was not settling in the sex department. So I got somebody. We are each other's best sexual partner. You explain to me how our dynamic, you gonna fuck somebody else more than me. Nigga, how? How?
Okay. I mean, it sounds good when you say it. It sounds interesting.
No, it sounds good because I do it.
So now, is it my turn to speak? Can I go, my queens? Can I go, queens? Can I go? Okay, now listen. All that rhetoric she just spewed sounds good. It sounds delicious. Okay.
That's what I do, though. So it's not a sound, sir.
I'll let you talk. I didn't interrupt you. I didn't interrupt you, did I? This is where the monkey wrench comes into play, right? Because I'm gonna speak on situations that I know personally. I'm not going to speak on their name. They know who they are. More than likely, they're watching. Okay. So let's give you the biggest con of them all. I'm gonna be 100% honest, and I know men. Listen, get out y'all feelings. This is the biggest con of them all. the black man is not mentally ready for a polygyny dynamic. He's just not. Okay. If we're talking about overall, right? We're talking about black people in general. Mentally, we're not there. We have a long way to go. Okay. I've seen quite a few dynamics where they're married years, 10 plus years, right?
Yeah.
Take on a number 3. Now they're divorced. I mean, what I want you to understand is real simple.
Don't know how to love correctly to be bringing in other wives and shit, in my opinion.
And I'm just saying that mentally we are lost, right? When we find out who we truly are again, then I would be like, he's ready, okay? And understand the difference between myself and what you see a lot of other brothers do. I'm not going to raise myself above another black man. I'm just not going to do it. To me, that's corny. Right? When I say us, I include myself. I say all of us as a whole. I speak on all of African people. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is this: we're not ready to move that way. Okay? We'll get to a certain age, like Lady T, she's older than both of us, right? And I guarantee you they're in her age bracket, right? So what happens is the black man, he finally truly knows who he is with time and age and experience. You understand what I'm telling you? So it's not going to happen the way you want it to happen. What I'm telling you is this. No knock on Brother Wayne, but what I'm telling you is this. Another woman coming into that dynamic could ruin it at our age, is what I'm saying to you.
Well, it's not
said I could be wrong. No, what I know about the black man is he's not ready for that. It takes time. He needs to grow. He needs to mature. Not Brother Wayne. This is in general. Men, my brothers in general. We have to grow. We have to mature. We have to become something bigger than what we are. We don't even know who we are. Most of us still walking around with slave names. And you really believe he's ready to take on multiple wives? Come on. Let's be very clear about this.
I think for me also, black men.
We're not ready.
I think black men, they need to learn how to love. Black men, to me, have a hard time showing and expressing love.
You have to learn to be taught how to love again.
Yes, black men don't know it. They don't know how. Yes. So you don't even know how to love yourself. You don't even know how to love your queen that you are with, but you want a whole nother wife. To me, most of it is sexual based. They'll say it's not. Nigga, guess the fuck it is. Stop lying.
It is.
You can play on them games and mind games you want to fucking play. It's sexual based.
We all agree on that.
We all agree on that. I don't think there's going to be an argument there.
Or it's ego based, or sometimes men have lack of self-esteem, so having multiple women around will make them feel better.
I agree.
Yeah. I've seen that too. So we have to get this self-esteem issue under wraps. We have to see black love. We have to know what black love is, and we have to be exemplifying that before we want to bring in whole other dynamics. And this is where the toxicity comes in at. Okay? That's where it comes in at it for me. I feel like Kevin Wesley's dynamic is working. Number one, that's 2 people. It's easier to split a pie down the middle than to split it in 4s. Let's be very clear. Men don't have I don't get why men think they have enough dick for this. You don't have enough penis for incessant multiple wives. And you gotta get
with this shit. Here we go with this bullshit.
Penis. You don't have enough dick for multiple wives. What you have enough dick for is flings. Fuck this bitch this day. Fuck this bitch that day. All the bitches y'all fuck, you cannot fuck them on a continuum every day. I don't know why you think you can. You can't. If anybody should be polygamous, it should be the bitches. We can fuck 80 niggas a day and still keep going. Y'all cannot do that.
Yes, but just like the black man is not ready, the black woman is equally, if not a lot more, not ready. So let's be very clear about that.
I'm not saying women should do that. I'm just saying y'all want to do things you're not physically able to do. Okay? When it comes to the polygamy thing. You can't even physically
do it. Because you're looking at it from a sexual aspect, okay?
Because so I get that. Example. Do you know what it was like more than the fucking?
Yes, however, okay, that's bullshit what you're saying, because it's plenty of women out here that prefer a small penis. It doesn't matter what you said or what you feel. So to them,
you see, I got my sage again. I didn't say nothing about size.
She just said he don't have enough penis.
No, and I wasn't talking about
that's
size.
That's what you're saying.
No, I was not talking about size. I'm talking about fucking. You don't have enough fuck in you for all these multiple wives. I'm not talking about that. I'm gonna fuck what size your dick is. You don't have enough fucking for multiple wives. You don't.
Well, I mean,
she got a bitch you don't mind fucking once a week.
Wait, hold on.
You don't have enough.
Okay, I get it.
You don't.
And I'm going to disagree with that also.
You can't disagree with it.
I'm going to tell you why. Can a man outfuck a woman? No. No one's disputing that. A man cannot outfuck a woman. Okay? The problem is you're looking at it from an Angela aspect.
No, I'm looking at it from all the women I know.
Like you're 13. Everybody don't move that way. We're not 13 no more.
You know why they don't? Because they don't have the dick they love. That's why the fuck they don't. If they
That's not true.
They want to fuck all the time. Yes, the fuck
no. First off, you have a problem.
Oh. What is my problem?
You have a problem.
So you're telling so what
you suffer from the same exact disease I suffer from. I just did it in a different way and on a bigger scale, a much larger scale.
Sir,
but you suffer from the same disease. You have a sex disease. That's like a sex. You have like a sex disorder.
Really?
Even though you're overly pleased, you can't get enough.
I'm not.
And I'm telling you,
that's the whole point of a relationship and being in love. It just makes you. That's the whole point. Yes, and very few women find a partner that they're really in love with all of their being, all of their selves, and the sex is out of this fucking world. And you know I'm telling the fucking truth. And I'm not just talking about me. I'm talking about the other women who are in these polygamous relationships. Sex is an issue because y'all don't have enough fucking penis. You don't.
I can see how it become an issue. I can see.
No, you telling me you wake up with your 3 wives? Everybody want more than sex. What you doing?
I gave you that. And
no, you're not gonna give me that. I took it. You didn't give me anything. Now you come home from work. Now your wives want to fuck you now from work. Now what you doing? You got 4 bitches and they all want sauce. What the fuck you doing? Not a goddamn thing because you don't have enough dick for that. That's my point. That's my point.
Wait. Some brothers can really go. So I'm not saying go every day. Okay, I'm not saying.
There you go. No.
But she said
you're wrong. You're wrong already.
She wants penis every day.
These bitches want to fuck every day.
Problem with the way she moves is not normal. It's just not. It's not normal. That's what I tried to explain to you before. The way you want to have sex is not normal. If you can find 5 women that will agree to you, I will shut up and turn my camera off. The way you want to fuck is not normal.
Sir, let me help you. No,
you fuck 3-4 times a day. We're not 15.
Just let me ask you this question. I'm gonna put it back on you.
You can ask the question, Lady T. How many times do you like to have sex?
Your mic sounds funny.
I can have sex 3-4 times a week, and I don't need it. 3-4 times a day every day.
She said a week, not a day.
Yeah, 3-4 times a week, and I'm good.
That's the average woman. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
I'm leaving for work. He's coming home from work. He's going to work. I'm coming home from work. So
that's a different reason, though. Then you're saying your work schedules is why 3 to 4 times a week is okay with you.
She wouldn't do it anyway.
I'm not gonna blame it on the work schedule because when the work schedule was fine, I was fine. Like if we fucked, I wanted 3-4 times during that day if we fucked that day, but I don't need it 3-4 times a day
anyway. And I don't even know her situation. I'm telling you, she wouldn't.
Aries, your mic sounds weird to me.
Hold on, let me turn it off and get it back. Hold on.
All I'm saying is, I want to fuck. I deserve to fuck. I would get fucked like this. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I do not have a problem. If I had a problem, if I'm out there fucking 90,000 niggas every fucking day, I can't get enough. That's a fucking problem. Wanting to fuck your dude every day and multiple times a day is not a fucking problem. That's what my pussy wants. That's it.
You have a problem.
That's it. You know something? I got a fucking problem. No, I don't. And let me ask you this. Go find 5 women who are totally in love with their man's fucking and his dick. You're going to find that bitch who wants to fuck multiple times a day. The women you talk to ain't in love with their nigga's dick. Real simple shit. That's what you're not getting.
Now,
yeah, exactly.
Wait. Okay. We had this discussion.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that because I'm in love with my husband's dick. I'm in love with that's my connection to him. That's my connection. So, but you gotta take. So I'm different. Maybe I'm different. I'm the type person when I'm not in a relationship, I can care less about sex. Care less. Go weeks, months, years. Care less. When I'm in a relationship, and which I am in, I'm freaking married. I want it. That's my way of connecting. That's my, mental connection, intimate connection. That's like the icing on the cake connection. But I don't need that every day because I connect to him on different levels, not just sexually. So I agree with you on that, love. Because I'm very much in love with my husband's penis. I don't want nobody else's penis.
Got you.
Okay. So, did you hear what she said?
Your mic is still giving feedback. Yes.
Let me turn it off. Turn it back on. Hold on.
Every time you talk, it just sounds real choppy. I can hear you, but it sounds real. I don't know. That's all I'm saying for me. So for me, we're better off if he just fucks bitches. He go to parties. I get to do what I do, and we rock the fuck out. I don't got all that. Okay.
Look, I agree with you. That's my thing. I'm like, look, I can share your bed. My thing is with the emotional part of it.
Yeah, the emotional part.
They can come like a revolving door as far as I can.
Right.
Because this don't mean shit to me.
That's a fact. And that time, you don't never get that time back. So for me, time and matters hours. So I'm like a scientist, so I do time. How much time did I spend with you this week? And when I mean time, we're not talking you on your fucking phone and motherfucker. Time is concentrated time. You ain't doing shit. I'm not doing shit, but we're spending time with each other. If you're not getting hours and hours of that, it's not really concentrated time. I'm sorry. And people got to learn that. It's not.
It's not.
It's not. It's not. It's not. Okay? It's just not.
Nope. I agree.
So let's go to the next. I did
how's that now?
So now I'm doing just sexual polygamy. We're not dealing with emotions. We're dealing with what I said. I don't mind.
Okay? Hey, can you hear me? Hear me?
Now you sound better.
You sound better.
So the sexual polygamy, I said we have salubrious advantages are sexual freedom. It lowers you being disingenuous, meaning the lying. Because you can fuck other people, you're less likely to lie. And I said excitement in your sex life. The deleterious disadvantages are increasing risk of STDs, sexual addictions, ensue, distraction from accomplishing goals. This to me is what sexual polygamy can bring into your relationship. What do you guys think about that?
Agree.
Let me see. Chris is the risk. Okay. Okay. Addictions ensue, distraction from accomplishing goals. Sexual freedom, low. Now, okay. My issue with how would it increase the risk of STDs?
Because you're fucking multiple people. You know you're not using a condom with every motherfucker you fuck.
Yeah. Okay. Right, man. And this is why I said I support polygyny, man and two women, not polygamy, because then the European would tell you that the woman can have multiple men and stuff like that. I think that's where the disadvantage comes into play. Because
as far as the STDs are concerned, I think people need to understand something. Condoms only protect during sex. A condom, if it does not break, it's only protecting the man from the woman. During sex, you are never protected from the female. Why is that? Because her secretion is still good on your mom pubis and your balls. So if she had herpes, you're getting it. If she had syphilis, you're getting it. You don't have to go through your dick.
Don't forget the oral.
Yes, and don't forget the oral. So condoms only are protecting if you have an STD and your sperm from getting into that woman. The woman's going to give you what she got. If you have gonorrhea and you're fucking a bitch with a condom on, the gonorrhea is in her secretion is going to get on you. Syphilis is a corkscrew worm. It gets on you. Herpes is a virus that gets on you. I think people think the STD has to get in the urethra for you to get it. Absolutely not. So let's be very clear about this polygamous sexual activity that we're doing. You're increasing your risk of STDs on a very heightened level. So that's, to me, what you have to worry about with that. I do love the sexual freedom, and I say that for men because a lot of men will tell you, just my needs, I want to go to the bitches, but I love my wife. I love my girlfriend. I get it. So if, you're cool and y'all come to that agreement that they're fucking other women, they'll be more open to tell you that this is what they're doing. There's that agreement. You really won't have the lying. So as long as they don't have an addiction. Now, my ex has a problem. No matter what you did, some people get this comes with the addiction, though. When you have sexual addictions, people who have sexual addictions need certain levels of dopamine rush in their body. So honesty will not do it for them. The lying and the conniving will do it for them. So if you're with somebody like that, it don't fucking matter. So you got to understand that. So just understand that, okay? Once we get to the sexual addiction part, it's a wrap. It don't even matter. Okay? It don't. Okay? It don't even matter. Okay? Let's go to the next one. Here we go with monogamy. So this is what I said about monogamy. This is having one emotional and sexual partner in your relationship. I said the salubrious advantages were you have holiness here. Okay? Everything's consecrated. That's a wonderful thing to be the focus. And I'm not saying that men, you should not want to have sex with other women because you think that's in your nature. But understand what some women want sometimes. The focus to just be on us, it's very, very important, especially when we're swingers and we're sharing you a lot. When we do this on a continuum every day, 24/7 with your fucking phone, because these hoes never take a fucking rest. I don't give a fuck if you don't like my fucking word. I don't care. We need time throughout the year where you're just dealing with us. You're only showing us time. You're only showing us affectionate words. You're only giving us attention. Just periods of time when you do that. I think when you are a swinger and you're in a lifestyle, I think, men, you should do it on your own. Because if I demand it from you now, it don't fucking count. I'm not going to say women are crazy, but it don't. If I got to ask you for it, motherfucker, that means it wasn't in you to do it, so it doesn't count. Okay? So do it on your own. So you have holiness. No risk of STDs, no separation, high levels of intimacy because of the holy time. This is what I need people to understand. Fucking is not intimacy. Get that shit out your fucking dick and your vagina. That's not intimacy. Slow fucking is not intimacy. Kissing is not intimacy. Intimacy is everything that you do outside of sex that will bind you. That's what intimacy is. Getting to know an individual, their kinks and their quirks, how they move, knowing who they are, what their heart is saying. That's what intimacy is. So when you are focused on that one person, you will, in a monogamous relationship, you will have a higher level of intimacy that you will not get when you are dividing your time with multiple people. Now, the deleterious advantages of monogamy are auspiciousness in creating a liar. It will help to induce a liar if your mate, male or female, wants to fuck other people. They're going to be a liar because they don't want to hurt you. You have lower marriage rates. A lot of men don't want to get married because that means I got to give up all this pussy. So it's not about, I'm not ready. No, they don't want to give up pussy. That's what they're not ready for. It's real simple. It's nothing to do with I don't love you. Those other crap they want to spill on these stupid ass TV shows. It's I want to keep fucking bitches. If I get married to you, I fucking can't. That's it. And what did I say? Unfulfilling sex life. So because you cannot fuck the way you want, or you're with a partner that you love, that's not really giving it to you the way you want, your sex life is now whack. So what do you think of that?
Where Lady T go?
It says device. She probably be back. She probably have to disconnect.
Oh, okay.
So what do you think about that?
Let me okay. All right. Monogamy. Like who come up with this shit? Oh gosh. I would say, let me see. Let me look at it again.
Come on now.
High intimacy because of the holy time. High intimacy, yes. I agree. That's asking a lot for people. When I
didn't say do it. I'm just saying what it is.
When I made a post years ago and I told them we could walk in the ways of our ancestors again, people don't want to do it. I told sisters, I said, what do y'all think about planned marriages? Because it seemed like as a people, all we have is complaints. We cry, we whine, we fight, we do all of this garbage, but I never see any logical thinking. Meaning, I never see solutions. We never come with solutions, right? So I said, planned marriages. Oh, it was a big blow up. I don't want to do it. I said, stupid. I said, I'm not talking about our old asses. I said, what if we raise our kids up to the point where we start planning their marriages? I think it would be better for our community. I think we could overcome a lot of things if we do things differently. Okay, because you can't tell me. See, a lot of people, and this is why we could say what we want about the Bible, right? But what you cannot deny as Black people, we do need some type of law, some type of rules to govern us. We do. Our own law, our own rules, something we need to create on our own. Right. So a lot of times their way is not our way. So what I'm saying is this. A lot of people that walked away from the Bible, what I came to realize, don't want law, don't want to follow anything. Where has making our own decisions got us? Show me any positive shit we got going on of people that just want to just do whatever, willy-nilly. I don't care what this person is doing. I don't care what that person is doing. We only care what something affects us personally. We got to start thinking different. Right.
But that idea in itself is European. We got that from the plantation. That whole concept right there. This is why I put up Dr. Amos today, because
no doubt
Black people need to understand we should not be looking to the Europeans' explanation of the mind. It's wrong. We should not be looking to them for psychology. It's wrong. We should not be looking to them for health. It's wrong. We have very different enzymes. We are nowhere near biologically the same as them because we have the same organs. Their rules and their psychology, their biology, it's not for us. It is not ours.
No.
So we need to stop saying, oh, well, white people do this. We need to be like that. No, we don't.
I hate when Black people say that, like, or we could compare us to them. We're not the same. So the way they move is the way they move. We're not the same. And this is why I support planned marriages. I really, truly believe. See, you're going to tell me, so many sisters were saying that don't make sense, but I'm looking at all these abortions every year we go through, right? Every year we get over 1 million, and we lead everyone in abortions. And I get it. I mean, no one can procreate the way we do, so I get it. We procreate at an enormous rate. It's unheard of. So I get it.
It's that Black magic.
So all of these abortions, all of these, the Black women right now is the first divorce and the least likely to be married. So you're going to tell me planned marriages don't make sense, but show me how what we're doing now makes sense. Okay, because to me, we're failing. We are falling by the wayside. We are all over the place. We want to just do whatever we want to do, right? Listen to those bastards, follow their laws, and they don't live by their laws. Okay, they the same people will tell you they love Jesus. They don't follow the Bible. Name me a European that do. Okay, we got to do things differently, man. I'm trying to tell you. I think planned marriages is a great start. So. And it can rock out with monogamy for a while, but I'm not sure if that'll last. But I will say it will help our cause. I would say that.
Gotcha.
Well, I think for that to work, you have to get rid of emotions.
Yes, I agree.
You have to, and then, but how do you get rid of emotions? Because you're showing your kids love in the house. So how do you get rid of emotions? You stop showing your kids love. Like it has to start somewhere. So how do you get rid of the emotions for that to work? Because I'm not marrying somebody I'm not the fucking love with.
No, yeah, but if you
be a billionaire, I'm not marrying them.
Right. That's how you feel as a grown woman now. Okay, you can't tell a child that they won't feel that way.
Exactly, so, but my thing is, how do you do that without you love your kid? You want to show them love. How do you teach that to them and because you got to keep emotions out of it for that to work, especially for females. Men are all for it. They thinking about all the women they gonna get.
Well, and that's the point. Is if we start all of that, right, inside of 3 to 5 years, our entire thought process will change. The way you're thinking is still on a level in the ways of the European. It won't be that way no more. So if we start doing it now, right, 3 to 5 years from now, we won't have this type of conversation. It would be, I will be having a conversation with you, be like, yo, I think my son would be a good fit for your daughter. You hitting me up. I think my son would be a good fit for your daughter. So let's try to bring this union together and let's see how it works. So I'll be like, well, what's your ethnic background? What's yours? What do you study? What do you study? How do you think this would work? This is parents having the conversations, right? So these childs, they don't know shit. And what do childs do? Children mimic what they see. Do they not? Okay, they're a carbon copy of our ancestors, right? So what they'll do is what you tell them to do. And they'll be perfectly fine with that. See, we're looking at it from our eyes.
In this day and age, it's going to be hard to do because you're going to have to shut them off from social media, from the outside world, because the outside world still teaches monogamy.
And that's why I always say we need complete separation. What you're doing is you're proving my point, because I teach complete separation of the nations. That's what I teach.
So you shut them from the outside world,
right? Because we're so brainwashed, we're severely brainwashed. Yeah, and that's the end game. As an African people, we need to completely separate from all other nations, right? And to create our own government, okay? Right? Create our own system, our own economics. Then we won't have these issues. But if you got somebody else telling you something else, putting this bullshit in our baby's head, right? They gonna follow this bullshit. A child will fucking play a video game for 10, 20 damn hours. Ain't read a book in years. Now go figure that shit. See what I'm saying? So that's why I said we start now and we separate from those bastards. 3 to 5 years, the conversation will begin to dwindle. It will begin to change. We'll start reading, start educating each other more. We'll become a whole nother different people. That's my point.
So let me say this. When people say marriage is a business contract, I hate when people say that because that's still a European answer. If you want to say the marriage contract that came about in the 1800s is a business contract, say that. Marriage is an African concept. It is a holy trinity. It is a man becoming one with a woman. They would stand before the village. They agreed, and they would consummate and produce their eternity, their immortality. Marriage is not a business contract. The one that came up in the 1800s from Whitey, that's a business contract. Okay? So I'm talking about marriage. I'm talking about ancient African marriage.
It's still the most powerful union in the universe. Love conquers all. Don't ever. So stop. We got to stop. It's looking at marriage as such a bad thing. It's not.
Say the business piece of paper that they make you get, which is that marriage license.
The license is the contract.
That is a business contract. The marriage between the man and the woman, that is spiritual. The African knew it was spiritual because it was. It had nothing to do with business, even though that was the sidebar of it. Let's be very clear about that.
Here we go. So see, and what are you doing? What are you doing? Which takes me back to scriptures yet again. I know y'all want to hear it, but we got so many Bible people looking. Which brings me back to scriptures again. That's exactly what scriptures say. That's exactly what scriptures say. So all you're saying is exactly what's in the Bible. And this is why I don't. But that's why I don't throw the Bible completely in the garbage anymore.
But you have
that very reason.
You have no reason to be looking in the Bible when you know where the shit came from. I just go to where it came from.
It came from, okay, you go to the source, right? Right, again, and our ancestors gave us those scriptures, right? Okay. It's just been tainted with a little bit. So what I'm saying is this. In scriptures, right? When a man enters a woman, that now is his wife. She's now his responsibility. So don't tell me that ain't a beautiful thing.
It is. So let me address Leona. What I mean by spiritual connection is not a spiritual vow. In the motherland, a woman and a man join together spiritually on purpose. They pledged whatever they wanted to say in their vows to be together to birth their nation. So we're not talking about just having some spiritual connection. We're talking about what I am committing to you, what we're going to have in our dynamic, because you have to have that Trinity, mother, father, and child. So the concept of marriage and that union of the souls, that is marriage, and you had a ceremony to do that. There was no way you could do this without everyone being involved. And that's something else that we don't do either. Well, I got married and my parents didn't even know the first time. We went out to dinner and said, oh, we got married. You hear the delusion that I was in? Do you get what I'm saying? Now, when the arranged marriages come about, I would definitely do that. So, for example, I'm going to bring this up because I know the son of her age. Angela Johnson has a son who's a teenager, but I think he's 19 or something. Okay. I would have no problem hooking my 14-year-old daughter with her family with that boy, because I know how she thinks. I know how she raises her son. I know the core value she put in them. I would be totally for that. So that's what I'm saying. You got the right people, and we know what's ugly and we know what's cute. I know what my daughter likes. And just remember, kids don't know shit. So my daughter's not gonna know what she's missing if she ain't never had it. So if all she had was that boy, she ain't gonna be feeding nobody else. It's the only boy she know.
That's a fact.
So the shit will work if
that's a whole fact.
Okay.
When I tell people, they don't fucking listen. It's a whole fact. How in the hell you're not going to say what's ugly and what's not? That is again something else we learned from Europeans. Right. Okay, they told the black woman she was ugly. Go ahead.
Do you guys watch Twilight Zone? There was an episode of the old Twilight Zone. The white woman getting her face reconstructed. Went in like 3 times to get her face reconstructed. And when they showed her in the mirror, she screamed like, "Oh my God, I'm the white woman, blue eyes, blonde hair." Well, the people that was around her they had pig faces, but that's what beauty was, because that's what they were taught. And this white woman with blue eyes, blonde hair was taught that how she looked was ugly. You only know what's taught to you. So I agree. You only know you can't miss it if you weren't taught it.
If we teach different, right?
Yep.
Brother David Banner said all the time, the brain is a computer program. What do you say? Computer program. We need to be reprogrammed, okay, from the inside out. You won't sit there and be like, oh, he's light skinned. Oh, he's dark skinned. Oh, she's fat. Oh, she's skinny. This bullshit that we going with now.
We're not going to play that.
Yes, what I'm saying is we would look at it differently. Right, but we would actually help heal each other, right?
I agree.
Versus downing one another, right? If we actually came together and looked at it spiritually, we wouldn't do half the shit we do. We would sit there and be like, you know what? Let me help this sister, right? Sister brought up child support. This was my answer regarding child support. I said, men need to step up, right? We got to stop this shit. Stop depending on everybody else and start depending on us. You motherfuckers got y'all little phony ass money that Biden, which is our slavery money, the money from our ancestors, right? Because they built this corporation called America on the back of our ancestors, right? So they giving our money away to all of these motherfuckers, right? What did y'all do with the money? Buying sneakers, getting high, drinking. Nobody called me up and said, let's try to start a business. Y'all don't want to do that. This is what I'm talking about. At some point, we got to think bigger. We got to move different. You understand what I'm saying? We got to do things different. And I think planned marriage would be perfect. I think that's a great start.
That definitely helped.
Now, I do agree that we have to separate from those bastards first. I think that is first, because when I debated a sister, she kept saying, what she get from a lot of conscious people is money, 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 money. Okay. I gave her a list of ideas and none of them pertain to money. Not one. Money wasn't even, I didn't even care about that. Now, don't get me wrong. Do they owe us? Yes. But I truly believe if we were truly separate, like, this is my take. We ain't leaving America. Fuck y'all. So you give us everything below the equator, right? You give us Cali. You give us all the southern states, right? Because we are the sun people. We rely on the sun. They don't. They don't care, right? If you haven't noticed, I'm not sure if they got blood. They'll be outside running in 0-degree weather, right? We can't do no shit like that. So give us all the below states and they take all the northern states. I think we'll be fine. I think inside of a year, you will see a different nation of people. But we have to separate. We cannot move forward without separation. I think that's the one thing in the world that's holding us back is we depend on other nations of people for our progress. And I think that's a problem.
That's a major problem. And I don't want them to get the top. I want them to go back to the mountains. All of them go there and die. That's what I need y'all to do. Because let me tell you something. Because y'all let them in and y'all went in, the African men, y'all went up into Europe and helped them. They got a taste now. So since we gave them a taste and we did it 3 times and the last time was diabolical, they not giving that up. They all need to be excommunicated. They can't live next to us nowhere at all. It's not happening. We gave them a taste. It's over.
Oh, no doubt.
It's not going to happen. It's just not. But I definitely think the arranged marriage would definitely help. I
think it's a great start.
It's a great idea. Seriously.
Start spending y'all money, black dollars with black people, please. I urge y'all. Okay, again, y'all see what I'm rocking. Black owned, right?
Yes.
So try to keep y'all money black. Like at least our money should at least transition to a black hand at least 5 times before it goes to another nation of people. We're down to like maybe 1, 2 at best. We at least got to get up to 5, 6 times. Like, come on. I don't want to hear this black business was terrible because you don't make that same argument when it comes to other nations of people. Y'all gladly go in those hair stores, giving all y'all money to Asian bastards. Okay. Right. Y'all don't give a fuck about that. Y'all don't complain when they doing your little funky ass feet. Oh, that's fine. When it comes to a black, your own people, you got an argument. Oh, their service. If prices are too high. Y'all don't see any of that shit in the mother stores. We got to stop that bullshit. Like, seriously. You can't have it both ways.
I definitely agree with that. I try to do as many black-owned products as I can. I now get all of my edge control. This girl makes it online. My daughter found it. I only get it from her. My vaginal cleansing things is from a black woman. So everything I can get that I use, I try to get it black owned. I think this is what we need to work on as people is getting our production in line. We want to sell certain things. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the businesses that we want to sell, but we need to start working on let's buy a production company so we can manufacture shit. That's what we need to invest our money in. We have to be the manufacturer. So we can really be black owned.
Not to talk about conscious shit. So what I'm gonna do is, Lady T, please speak on monogamy, because so just so everybody know, we're still here. We're talking about polygamy versus monogamy. Peace to all the gods and goddesses of the earth. Aries King, Mrs. Anaton, Lady T is in the building. So I want to bring y'all back to the forefront because we ready to take it all over the place. You know how we do. So I'm gonna bring us back to focus, and you ma'am, speak on monogamy for it. Please.
Angela, I agree with the positive parts of monogamy.
Yes,
monogamy
so do I.
Can be very beautiful. It can be with the right partner. It can be very beautiful. I don't know. I have a bad aura with me where I attract cheating men. So when
that's every woman on the planet. That's every woman on the planet. Again? That's every woman on the planet. We have that.
So when I got with my husband, I came into a relationship knowing that I would be sharing my husband. Kitchen table poly. So we're currently in the kitchen table poly. I get along great.
What is that again? What's a kitchen table poly?
Kitchen table poly. His girlfriend, her and I are friends. Good friends, actually. Not just, just, hey, how you doing? Cordial, phony shit. Like we're really good friends.
Okay.
And so that I can deal with, because like you said, when birthdays and all this shit come up, you have different forms of polyamory, and you got parallel polyamory, solo polyamory, you got all these different kinds. Only one I'm down for is kitchen table poly, because I find that people tend to have more respect for your relationship because they know you as a person. You're an actual person, and not just somebody on he got a wife. I'm even more mindful of her feelings because I know her personally. Because if it was somebody he was just on the side I didn't know about, I'd be like, fuck that bitch.
Okay.
I want what I want. Fuck that bitch.
Right.
I would do it.
At least you're honest.
Gotcha.
So kitchen table poly is just like that. We can sit down at a table like as friends. That's why they call it kitchen table. Sit down at the kitchen table and have a conversation, a genuine conversation like friends. Hang out together and everything. Like we're going to the sex museum up in New York, which we were supposed to went last year, right before the pandemic, and that shit got cut short.
Gotcha.
So you have a question. You have a question, Lady T. I'll let you.
You just answered it. I just asked it.
Kitchen table poly, when your spouse, your partner and his partners or her partners, y'all all can sit down at the table, so to speak, and have a conversation as friends. That's kitchen table poly. So, but I personally am monogamous. I don't date anyone else. I have no desire to date anyone else. Yeah, I'm poly. I mean, I'm mono.
And I'm sure because you're getting the penis you want.
Say that again.
Because you're getting the correct penis you want. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No. You know what, Aries? Honestly, I'm 50 years old. I'll be 51 in June. And in all my years of dating, I have never dated multiple people at one time. Not even just dating. Like it's hard for me to be attracted to somebody. And once I'm attracted to that person, it's that person. Like it has nothing to do with it. The penis is just the plus to it. Because like I said, when I'm not in a relationship, I can care less about sex. Care something less. Go now, months, years, and that don't mean anything to me.
She sounded real good, didn't she, people? Now, if I ask her, is the penis trash, what her answer gonna be?
Hell no.
See, I rest my case. See,
the plus, God damn it.
I just had to beat you up a little bit because you ain't gonna just throw the penis out the window now. I had to beat you up a little bit.
Penis out the window. I said the penis is a plus.
She tried, didn't she, Ange? We ain't doing that phony shit.
It was actually, but the connection enhances the experience of the penis.
Yeah, I agree.
If the connection goes, the penis
connection is connection
the penis
is
can go and if the connection is still there, we be good. Like if my husband got sick the day tomorrow, or have erectile dysfunction and can never fuck again, it wouldn't mean nothing to me. That bond was still, and I would not go.
I agree because that connection is amazing.
You know what? That would be okay for me.
I got it.
It would be okay for me because guess what? You ain't fucking.
I too have that great connection in my life, so I get it.
Your mouth here.
I'd be okay with that too. We can rock out.
Lady T, you got another question.
So you are monogamous, and your husband gets to have extras. Are you able to have another man if you choose?
No, yes, she is not.
It's a conversation we were having. He wouldn't. So let me be honest. He really wouldn't want it, but he wouldn't stop it either. As long as we have a conversation about it. That's not what he wants. I'm being honest. That's not what he would want. But he's like my meta, which is so we're also in the BDSM dynamic also. So she's his slave. She talks to other men. He knows about it. He ain't crazy about it, but what can you do? You would have to be a real selfish person to try to put a stop to it because it takes a lot. It takes a lot to deal with one woman.
Yeah,
yes, it does.
You want to add multiple ones to it. Like
that's a lot.
What it is.
So y'all motherfuckers are a lot.
I could if I wanted to, but I don't desire it.
And y'all not?
Say that again.
You talking about we a lot, and y'all are not?
We talking about y'all right now. Y'all motherfuckers are a lot. I'm looking at Booger right now. Y'all are a lot. Y'all talk back. Y'all argue. Y'all want shit y'all way. Y'all a lot.
It's called a debate. Come on now, God, you know that better than anybody.
I love it. It's like I'll be the first to say. See, it kills me when people be like, I don't want this. I don't want that. Listen, there's no way in hell I could live this earth without a black woman. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna hold you. Right. Like I don't understand how some people be thinking, oh, I'm happy single. How? Like that never made sense to me. And to think that you could just grow old alone, that again makes no goddamn sense to me. I'm sorry. Like we really got to learn to do better and want more of ourselves. Like the shit is just crazy, insane to me. Like some of the shit that black people say, just like, damn. Yeah. It just proves how messed up mentally we are as a people. Like seriously.
I agree.
On some real shit. So hold on, let's see what Brother Wayne said. Let me see, because Lady T, you getting question after question, boo. I'm trying to tell you, they coming for your head. Okay, hold on.
Lady T, I respect the fact that you keep it real. A lot of women won't admit they know they were in a poly relationship and use that as an excuse to down the reputation of their male-female partner.
Real shit.
That's the truth. Yeah.
Real shit.
That's very true.
I agree. Oh, here we go again. You know, because lips got a lot of mouth, so she goes in. Oh, we already looked at that. We looked at that. We looked at that already. Okay. Yo, because lips got a lot of mouth. She don't have it. She's a very outspoken sister. She got my respect. She's a hustler. So, you know, I can respect the hustler. So, yeah. But, yeah. How long we been on here? Let me see. Let me check this time.
About 2 hours.
But look, all I'm saying is the last slide that I have, and I love this
downside.
I said you have to choose life. Whatever. This is the symbol for those who don't know. This is the symbol, man, woman, and child. The uterus. This cross part is the ovaries. The bottom is the vagina and the man's penis. This is the life symbol. So whatever you do, choose life. Choose what brings you life.
Yes.
I will tell men and women this. This is why I say certain things take time. When you get in with somebody, you need to literally talk about every single motherfucking thing on the planet. I don't give a fuck how mad that man gets. Ask a fucking question anyway. Okay? Because you need to know the ins and outs of each other. It's going to help you in the long run. Okay? So whatever dynamic you want to get in, if you want to be in a poly, if you want to be in a kitchen table poly, you want to be in a don't ask, don't tell. Lady T told me that today. I will never do that dumbass shit. Tell them
no.
The drama that's gonna happen. If you say don't ask and don't tell to a man, fuck out of here with that bullshit. But I know they exist. I'm just saying, whatever dynamic it is, always choose life and what brings you happiness and peace.
Yeah.
That's what the goal should be. Peace.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you guys for having me on. It was fun.
Definitely. Have a good one, love. We're gonna address some of these comments. Let's look at this one. Oh, Leon, funny as shit.
My mom once said, if we were meant to be alone, our vaginas wouldn't have been.
All facts. That's how you know you ain't meant to be alone. Speak that shit, sister.
First of all, I don't ever want to be alone.
And that's what she said. Y'all are not supposed to be.
I'm not supposed to be alone. Sorry, I need that man. Fuck that. But now I gotta go back to see some of these some of the comments. Offered makes sense. You were committed to the process.
This is a great question. This brings me back to what we was talking about. This is a fantastic question, Lips. Absolutely fantastic. Right? So
you are so retarded. How often are you all tested if your husband's secondary is dating other men? How is this comfortable for you being monogamous to a man that could be unsafe with her? This is the risk of doing polygamy. This is the risk that comes with it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So the women have to get tested. I will say that women, by general, in these dynamics, get tested more than men. I don't give a fuck what the fuck they say.
I'm trying to say, is she talking about the man dating other men?
That's what she was talking about, Lady T. How often is she tested if the husband's secondary can date other dudes? Remember, Lady T said that.
Yep.
Right.
Back to that argument.
Right. I'm just saying, this is the dynamic that comes with that polygamous part. You would hope that the women get tested, but hey, motherfuckers lie and say they get tested all the fucking time and they don't. So that's just a fact.
Gary, peace, God. You already know, my guy. What it do, family?
It's just a risk period. So how often are they? Lady T, to have to answer that. I would hope. If you're in a polygamous thing, I would hope you would get tested every 3 to 4 months. I think that would just be a wise thing to do if you're dealing with polygamy.
I would say still twice a year. I ain't gonna say because a lot of times that test will come back and they can't read it correctly. So I would say stick to 6 months, twice a year.
But no, you can do every 6 months if you're using condoms. If y'all fucking other people raw, you need to do every 3 months. Fuck that.
But a lot of things will go undetected in 3 months.
You need to do every 3 fucking months. Stop it.
I mean, I ain't mad at you.
I'm a firm believer that the ratio we think people are using condoms, it's the opposite. I only think 30% of the time condoms are used, 70% they are not. That's just keeping it real.
Look at this. And when I told you that this woman is, y'all are similar. She has a lot of mouth like you, very strong, very independent. So of course she's gonna like you.
I don't like she's gonna like we have mouth. Having mouth means you just talking shit. I don't talk shit. So I don't have mouth. Okay?
So it makes perfect sense why she would like you.
I say what I say. Okay?
Makes sense.
Fact and my opinion.
And you already know. Peace, God, King. You already know, even when in and out, I would simply say, and I've had this conversation with Angela before in her past situation years ago, and I said, when the last time dude was tested, right?
Right.
And we ain't even gonna call brother O out, but I said, when the last time
he never got tested. The only time he went and got tested was when it was some HIV scare.
No,
we should just go. I was the one who kept getting tested.
Wait, and insult to injury. This brother told me out his own mouth that I'm good because she clean. That's what he said.
That's what he said. He really meant it.
So I was like, okay. I mean, I just was like, okay. I mean, that didn't make goddamn sense to me, but I mean, okay. I guess.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
He did. He's weird. So, but yeah, and I agree, brother Les. In a lot of situations, depending on the dynamic, because a lot of times, again, when it's the woman and the man is the one doing a whole bunch of moving around, this is where you have a lot of issues. But when it's just the male, female, everything in house, me personally, I think everything is perfect that way.
Yeah, the poly's not risky if motherfuckers are using condoms with other people, and then they know that they're only unprotected with each other. So that's if motherfuckers are not fucking out randoms and other stuff. Right. That's when a poly can be safe.
Right. I agree.
That's when niggas is with our penises. That's not happening. So let's keep that 100.
So when they talk that men got other wives and I got 2 husbands and this husband got certain amount of other wives on the side, I'm like, wow. I'm just thinking to myself, all the raw sex going on. I'm like, no, that wouldn't work for me. So no, hell fucking no. That shit is crazy. I don't understand it. I'll never understand it. I don't knock the dynamic, but I don't support it either. I support polygyny. Okay,
you're so funny. And explain the difference again. You're saying polygyny is
what? Polygyny is based off the man. Like if you read in the scriptures, I can't remember the scripture offhand. Is the man having multiple wives? Okay, polygamy it also supports the woman having multiple husbands. That's why I don't support polygamy.
Gotcha. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
I got it, man. Got it.
Yeah. When you're doing polygamy, she's allowed or she should be allowed to have multiple husbands. I do not support that. I think that would tear the black family apart, in my personal opinion. So
I don't even see how a woman, and this is just my personal observation. I cannot see myself in love with another man the way I am with. I don't see how I could do that.
I'm not even sure how that makes sense.
I don't even sure if it's spiritually possible for me to love somebody else the way I love this man at the same fucking time. I don't even know how I would do that. How would you even execute that? I don't even see how that's done. I don't see it. I really don't. It's just
y'all are just not built like us. So spreading yourself extremely thin like that. No, that's just not for a woman. I mean, people just call me what we want, but that's not for a woman.
With the way I treat Rain, I think I would physically die trying to do that to him and another dude. I would die. Physically, I would die. I don't see how I could do it. the way I am in a relationship, it's not possible for me to. The way I love and the way
I'm still trying to think, how could it even be possible? Could somebody explain that to me? Another grown-ass man.
You're fucking both of them raw, so then both of their sperm is in you, and they know this. So I'm gonna fuck one at 10 o'clock at night with no condom on, with all his Jesus juice in me, and then at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm roll over and fuck the next one. I don't see two.
That shit just sounds nasty.
Let me just say this: the warrior type male. Let me repeat: the male I'm saying will not do that.
The real man.
The warrior archetype male is not doing that. The other types of men, the docile ones, the geeky ones, the ones who don't got no dick, the ones who don't really can't fuck, all of them type of dudes, they can do it. Not no Shaka Zulu. I cannot imagine Shaka Zulu and Hannibal sharing a bitch. Get the fuck out of here.
It just doesn't even sound right.
I couldn't see it. No. There's no way that's happening.
Now you get older and sex is no longer a factor. That's different. That's why I agree with Lady T. When you get up in age, right? They probably don't even care about sex like that no more. So of course,
who are you talking about? Who are you saying doesn't?
Lady T was talking about a friend that she know. They're older, so they don't care about.
I would love to question that dynamic, because when she said she was older, but look how she's getting a complaint now. Do you see that? She's saying, who's going to take care of me now? Because now you're going out and having other children. Do you see? When you think about family, motherfuckers don't think 30 years in. When I think about it,
right, I agree.
I go 30 years in. What does this look like? I don't see the women being happy in 30 years. Brother Polite don't have enough. I don't give a fuck what this nigga say. He does not have enough penis for them bitches. Unless one of them wants to fuck once a month. The other one doesn't mind seeing him twice a month. Like, stop it.
I would say it's too many. Now, if we're talking about from a business aspect, it's a great business move. But if we're talking about sex, that's impossible. So that's why I said 2 women. That's why I said 2. If a man just have 2, he should be good.
But then you can counteract that. Why do you have to marry a bitch to have a business with her? You don't have to do that. You say I have to. No, you don't.
No, I think that I would say from a business aspect, we should build each other up. So it makes sense if he has 4 wives and he's smart enough to know that this is a lot. He know damn well he can't keep up with all 4 of them sexually. So you keep them busy, right? They all 4 own their own business. So everybody got income coming in. That makes sense. Now, sexually, that's something different. That's why I said 2. That's why I said if we're talking, polygamy, I would just say the man has 2 wives and everybody's fine. I mean, you have to have a business aspect in any situation. It just don't make sense to just have a dynamic and no business is being done. I mean, like, what are y'all building off of?
I'm not saying business should be done, but if you're being technically speaking, you don't need to marry a woman to have a business or to invest in a business. You don't need to. So to say I need to have multiple wives to have a business, that's a lie, because you can do that without marrying her. I'm just playing the other side.
Well, yeah, I mean, But if he wanted to look good and his relationships is pretty much public, he better be smart enough to understand everyone's watching. He better build those sisters up.
My thing with Polite is he's not saying that he's only with them for business. He's saying that he's emotionally.
Well, I don't care what he's saying. We both know I ain't paying attention to what he's saying.
You know, that is it, and everybody else is like, all right. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Well, brother Les, like a lot of people will say, dude is a fraud, right? What I say about any brother that do fraudulent shit, if I'm about information, so if he gives some great information, I'll share it with the world, right? But I'm not going to share. I'm not telling people to jump and do business with that brother. So I'm about information. I won't ever tell nobody to do business with him. But if he says something that makes sense, I can rock with what he said that makes sense. Right. Like, I don't agree with a lot of things Dr. Umar said, right?
Yeah.
I don't agree to 100% on Dr. Ben, who is the all-time master teacher.
So what you
right?
don't agree Dr. Men said?
We can't get into that right now. Can't get into that, right?
You ain't never tell me that shit ever.
No, it's not that I disagree. I just think that information is infinity. It's always evolving. It's always growing. Right? So a lot of his teachings, right, it's going to be to a degree. I ain't gonna say upgraded because that's kind of sort of like disrespect. I'll just say it'll be given from a different perspective. I'll just say that. I'll just say that. Now, if the information is on point, I rock with the information. But I ain't gonna push nobody to do business with nobody that's taking advantage of his own people. I don't do that shit. Like, I don't tell nobody to support Umar Johnson, but I'll post him all day when he's speaking some real shit and it makes sense. I'll put that out there for y'all, right? And I don't think I should have to go back and, oh, he's a fraud. I don't think I should have to do all of that. Deal with the posts. That's what I be telling people all the time. Let's deal with the information. If you can disprove the person's information that I put out, then we can have that dialogue, right? But they do personally, I'm not pushing nobody to do business with those people.
Okay.
Period.
Well, I think that these dynamics both work for certain individuals.
Yes.
Polygamy and monogamy. I know my son, he had called me last night and he said, Ma, the next time you have a show, he said he wanted me to invite him on a topic, to talk about women. His feelings about women are the experience that he has with women. He would never want to deal with multiple women. So for him, monogamy is what he wants. Now I'm shocked. Only because my son is very attractive and he's packing. Oh, my son is packing because I'm sorry, I keep it real, my kids. They told me that's what it is. That's how it goes. I was shocked to hear that from my child, but I don't know if what he saw with my previous marriage, and he said the women that he dealt with, he'd rather just have one girl, have his babies, go home and die. That's what he told me. He is not beat. He said, I'll fuck this one bitch till I die. I'm not doing all this dumb shit. Maybe he'll have his phase later, but this is my second born, not the oldest. My oldest, he's doing his thing. He's doing it right, but this is my second oldest son. He's 23. So I don't know how long that will last, but that is his thinking pattern right now. He's good.
Right.
He said he don't need all these issues.
So we'll re-intervene a couple years from now and see where the brother is at, because we say a lot of things when we're young, and yes, 23 is extremely young. So European will tell you you're grown. That ain't fucking grown to me. You're still a baby. And that's the way I look at it. But Brother Lester, you made plenty of points. I don't disagree with not one thing you said. He definitely has to take kickback, and he takes kickback all the time. So whether I post him or others post him, he will always be looked at funny as shit because he took advantage of what we call the conscious community. He really took advantage of that. And but if I like some information, I don't think a person should just constantly run on there telling me I shouldn't post them because the information is on point. Like some of the things he said, I also teach. So I'm not sure what am I supposed to do.
And I think I saw a comment. Somebody said our ancestors practice polygamy. Let's be very clear about how our ancestors practice this. The Ankh is man, woman, and child. It's not 15 bitches, one nigga, and children. And let's be very clear. When these kings honored their queen, they only had one. They never had two queens. They had one. Now they had multiple women they were fucking. They had multiple concubines, and they had multiple wives, but they had one queen. So let's really understand how our ancestors practiced that. And even though they were legally married to a lot of their wives, they were not emotionally involved with them either. So we have to understand that part also in the motherland, okay? They would have these wives, have the children, because they wanted their heirs and their seeds, and this is what the dynamic was, but there wasn't this, I'm in love with 15 women. That's really
that's a luxury. Everybody was not practicing polygamy. Let's be very clear about that. That's a luxury, okay? Because financially, you have to be able to support all of those motherfuckers, especially in those times. So you got to understand, I don't disagree that many of our ancestors practiced it, but it was not something that was pushed globally. No. So Was it practiced? Absolutely. It's always been practiced. The man has always conquered and always wanted this. His pride is his sin. It's always been. It'll be his pride to the day he move on. Period. Right? Until he become an ancestor, his pride will always be his sin. Period. Every man. I don't care who he is, unless he's not a real man. And I'll give the definition of a real man, just not today, because we'll be all day on that. Because y'all gonna tell me a man get butt fucked is a real man. I ain't even gonna go there with y'all right now.
Right.
Okay.
So you know, we just had a lot of different dynamics. So you know, I mean, of course we did polygamy, meaning the men and they always fucked other bitches. That's not the issue. But we're talking about wives, families, and all of that. It was one queen. That's what it was.
Always one queen.
That's what it was. There's always a hierarchy. That's how the fuck it was.
No matter what ancient texts I read, right? And no matter how far, whether I go in ancient Kemet, ancient Nubia, right? No matter where you go, you always see man, woman, and child. You never really see that polygyny dynamic. You just don't. I mean, it's there. The presence is there.
When I've gone to events, some of the master teachers have said that multiple wives thing that we were doing actually came from when we were under Arabic slave trade. That's where we got that introduction to having all these multiple wives. That we practice breeding for our heirs and stuff like that, but we still had the concept of that man, woman, and child, and we got that other stuff from that Arab slave trade. Because you don't really see that on the walls of Kemet. You do not see a man, a husband, and a wife. You don't see that on no temple. We don't have that. I've been to enough events to see that's not how it was shown. You saw Akhenaten with one person. Asar was with Aset. You do not see Asar with Aset in this. You would have a story where he would cheat on her, like Oshun got cheated on by Obama and fuck what's her name. So you had some beef going on, but I'm just saying we definitely fucked other people, but that whole one wife and 18,000 wives, they say that comes from a lot of Arabic stuff because we haven't even touched when we was under slavery.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a whole different issue.
Man, woman, and child is the natural order of things. Right. So we ain't gonna play this game like it's not. It's just how it is, and that's how it should be. Period. Okay. Did a man step out multiple families? You'll find that in any ancient text you ever look up. Period. Period. So it doesn't even matter what ancient text you look up. Right. If you bring it to me and it's deciphered, you always see the man at some point in his life do that, right? But it wasn't like we see now, the men running out on women and all that garbage. No, that was his woman. That was his wives. Period. Okay. Right. But yeah.
I agree. I definitely agree.
Brother Maurice.
This was good. No, I did introduce a lot of dynamics, and we're still recovering. So I think we need to learn how to love first, and then we can start doing all this extra shit. We can't even do basic shit. Okay,
look at Brother Maurice. It's very hot when a black man studies. Like, you know, people say what you want. Like it does my heart just great when I see a black man studying and he on his shit. You know, that's why, man, I don't have to agree. Me and Brother Les don't have to agree on everything, right? But the fact that he studies is what gets me. Look at Brother Maurice. Slavery introduced plenty of new dynamics. No doubt. So I definitely agree.
And I don't think people understand that it changed how we think. It changed how we interact with each other. It changes how we deal with each other on a psychological level. So I don't think people understand that either. Why it's so important for us to get back to our ancient thinking pattern. That takes us, and that's going to take separation because we still think like the European with how we deal with each other. And that's a problem. We don't even know how to love each other. I tell people all the time, people don't know how to love. I think I have a gift. I think the ancestors just blessed me with how to love motherfuckers. I don't think I've ever gotten back what I give out. So I think that's one of my gifts to this planet, to teach people how to love themselves and to love others. Because my kids will say all the time, Mommy, you know, my friends say they mother ain't never do that. They never do. I said, really? And they get this shit all the time. So I think, you know, the ancestors are trying to talk to us. We need to learn how to love first, and then we can get back to all of this extra stuff.
Love is still the most powerful force in the universe. Don't ever think it's not. My husband said, "Hey, Lips, listen."
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
It is. Invite your husband on one day. Let's show we can have that conversation
right now.
Because love still trumps all. Like it's nothing will cease to exist without it. Now, don't get me wrong. Without hatred, you have no love. Like everything has balance to it. So I get that part. But love, just look at it. Like I tell people all the time, when a man kills another brother, it's always for one or two reasons. Know what that is?
What?
Money or a goddamn woman. Every fucking time. Every time.
I agree.
Every time.
I feel hate is more powerful.
You can't have one without the other.
Let me tell you why I feel hate is more powerful. First of all, it's very easy to do. And they say it takes 19 positives to wipe out one negative. That's some powerful shit if I got to say something 19 times. Okay, for example, let's say you're a billionaire right now. Mm-hmm. Go broke the next day and watch what happens. You see what I'm saying?
I can rock with that.
Let somebody all your life say something to you beautiful. Then one day you meet a nigga and you fuck him. He say, yo, your shit is trash. You see? That one negative thing wipes out everything you ever heard. You don't give a fuck what your father said you was beautiful. Your mama could have said you was beautiful. The 3 boyfriends before this dude could have said you was wonderful. Let that one nigga say your shit garbage. You're done. You will be psychologically scarred the rest of your fucking life.
Which brings back to the computer programming point. So that's the thing. It only wins because of where we at. The stage that we're at right now. That's the only reason why. It wouldn't even be that prevalent if we actually loved one another the way we should.
But what I'm saying is, you said what's a more powerful force. I'm saying hate is way more powerful than love.
It's. I mean, you can't have one without the other. They run hand in hand.
Yes,
this is yin to his yang. So it makes sense why you would say hate is more powerful than love. I don't disagree. I just think
Shay is
when it comes to love, nothing moves mountains like love.
She's like, you a fucking liar. You goddamn right. That's exactly what I would say. Oh, I like her.
You will like her.
She think like me. She think like me.
She don't have it.
But yeah, it's a I'm just saying. I think put it this way. I'll say love is the most powerful healing force on earth. I do not agree that it is the most powerful force on earth. One of the most powerful forces on earth is the universal force itself. So you ain't more powerful than gravity, motherfucker. Let that say right now. We all done. So
our condition is the reason why love is not the most powerful force on earth, because of the condition we're in. If our condition was different, you wouldn't feel that way. But I get it. I get it. It's our condition. We're at the bottom right now for being at the top. Because see, black people fail to realize we was at the top a very, very long time. This whole 19, 18, 17, 16th century shit, the European, don't get me wrong, it was, slavery did exist before the Americas, right? But we were in power for so long, you have no idea. It can't even, like, so much of our history is gone is crazy. You can't even fathom how long we've been here.
We have enough to be highly functional and know a whole bunch of shit. So we got enough. What we got is still enough. What we have is a whole lot, and we just tipped the iceberg of studying the stuff that we actually do have. We have a lot of information, even scientific information. We really do. So, you know, that's all I'm saying. So
I can rock with that.
I think in today's day and age, back to our topic, I think sexual polygamy is something that we should just automatically highly consider. As far as emotional polygamy, not really. We're not ready for that. We don't really know how to
mentally we're not strong enough. We barely even love ourselves. So mentally we're not strong enough. So no, I do not support it. I support it from the standpoint of, you know, I think it's like a case by case basis. I think if we go out there and we start pushing,
right? Agrees with me. I'm sorry, I gotta put this. See what I'm saying? It really is I'm telling you, it is.
It's our condition is the reason you're both saying this.
Right now, if I came in your house and I shot your wife, I don't care how many times somebody came and you said, I'm sorry for your condolences, nigga, you fucked up for the rest of your life, bro.
Yes.
Nothing's changing that. Nothing.
Right.
No,
but that's that has nothing to do with love is more powerful than hate. What I hate, yeah, but this is the thing. See, I think
I'm saying my hatred. I'm saying my hate.
Yeah, but
so
I think
your wife is gonna make me kill her, right? So if somebody comes to you and says, "Oh, you know the universe is there, she's an ancestor," that's not gonna help you, bro.
No.
I don't got any other women you fuck after. It's not gonna do nothing for you.
See, this is the problem. This is the problem. I think people look at hate as such a negative term, and I want you to understand it's really not that deep.
Hate's not negative. I agree.
It's not that deep. All it means is strong dislike. People actually think that it's something. It's just no. It's not that deep.
I agree.
It's not that deep. That's why I still say love is the most powerful, because hatred is not that deep. Because if I ask anybody on earth, you, Brother Wayne, Brother Les, Mabuka, is it not nothing in this world you don't have a strong dislike for? Everybody will be like, it's plenty of stuff I have a strong dislike for.
Stuff I hate. Yeah.
So it's plenty of stuff that you hate. That's why I don't see, we give words power. Okay. Hate don't really have that much power over me. Love does.
Okay.
Hate don't really, it don't rule me. See, we look at hate as being so big because of our condition. But if you sit down and think, if you really sit down and think the way you love Brother Wayne, you want me to believe that something called hate could be strong as that, which only means you have a strong dislike for someone? No, that's impossible for hate to trump that.
I agree with that.
It's impossible for you to hate someone more than you love that black man. That's impossible. Because then you would have to agree that it's something you could hate that you actually put above him. You would have to agree to that.
Yeah, that's true.
You see how that killed your whole argument?
You didn't kill the whole argument. You compared it to me loving that man. Yes.
Exactly. It's nothing you could point out and you could tell me something that you hate.
What Dr. Wilson calls color confrontation. That white man hates himself so much. Look what they did to the world. We're done.
Yes.
The world is over. I'm just saying.
Right.
That hate you did. It's a wrap. I don't know how much meditation we do. We go have our own little college. It's a wrap. Over. I just think that we give the word too much power. I will agree with that.
And that's because we forgot how to love. That's the real problem here.
Yeah.
Right. We really believe because we gave this term hate so much power.
Like my brother it's just Maurice said. He said, "Love is stronger, but hate is louder." I like that.
Yes, hate just makes a louder noise. That's all. Nothing is more powerful than love. The problem is we forgot how to love. How many people can sit on this chat right now and say they love themselves? How many? Okay, because I'll tell you right now, if you're overweight, do you really love yourself? The body is a temple. It's the only temple you have. Right? Okay. If you sit there and smoke weed, drink every day, do you truly love yourself? How much do you really love yourself? Right? Killing all the antibodies in you. Do you know our body is a natural antibody? It fights off many things, right? But when we put drugs in it, guess what? Right? See? We start breaking ourselves down. We do it to ourselves.
Right.
Right. So how much do you really love yourself? I question how much, because I knew when I was overweight, I thought I truly loved myself. It wasn't until I got in that gym, met the right woman, got a career, right? Till I realized it's all right. Now I really, truly, truly am in love with myself.
Got you.
When I look at it now, I wasn't truly in love with myself then. Smoking, drinking every day, running behind a whole bunch of women. How the hell is that love? Are you serious?
I agree.
Come on. Love is here. It is, right?
I agree.
Right? Now, hate makes a lot of noise, but we give it that noise it makes. Understand that? We give it that noise.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. We give it that noise.
I totally.
And I was just giving an example, Lips. I'm not saying a person don't love themselves. I'm just saying that how much a person truly loves themselves. We learn to respect ourselves more, right? When you truly love yourself, you respect yourself more. Trust me. Trust me. You just do things different, right?
Yeah.
Just do things different. Man out here sleeping with a whole bunch of women raw. Do you really love himself? Are you going to tell me you love himself? Or a sister out here, right? 6 baby daddies, 7 baby daddies, been all over the world. Does she really love herself?
Right.
Come on. You can't have it both ways. I'm sorry.
I agree.
No, I wouldn't say that, Lips. I wouldn't say that. I would say you missed the part when I said I got back in the gym and I put the drugs down. Before the woman, the job, the career, all of that going on, it was no more smoking marijuana, no more alcohol, and getting in the gym, losing weight. I don't come out of the gym. I'm in there 6 days a week like clockwork. That's what I'm saying. Before all the added incentives, right, that gave me joy, it was the gym, no smoking, no drugs, stop eating bad food. I don't eat a whole bunch. You're not going to see me with McDonald's and all that nonsense. I don't put that garbage in my body, period. When you truly love yourself, you move different. You start eating different. You start taking better care of yourself. That's what I'm saying. Period. Period. I drink a gallon of water a day. I don't play. I don't drink soda. I don't drink juice. I don't drink any of that stuff. Period. That's all I'm saying.
You're hilarious. I don't drink or smoke. I never have. So I've never had that habit to have to stop, which I'm very grateful for. And it's only for health reasons because I'm a naturopath. So I won't have those issues. I just want to age very well for me. So that's what my thing is.
I don't even know this brother Maurice, but look at that. See? Using women, make himself happy. See? How much did he truly love himself? He understood. That brother understood. How much? How much? When you truly love yourself, you just do things different. That's all I'm saying. I
definitely agree with that.
You just do things different. And that's why I would never put hate above love. We give hate power. Love is infinity. You feel that shit in here. You hear me?
You do.
I'm trying to tell you.
All my chakras, I feel like.
I'm trying to tell you.
Get it out. That's why I'm so affectionate. I can literally feel the energy frequency of love in my body, and I have to get it out. I literally feel it.
Caleb B, do I drink tea? What tea you talking about? Like NutriBurst tea? You talking about clean tea? Yeah, I drink organic tea. Tea to make you go to the bathroom. Tea ain't nothing but juice to me. If you're talking about that nasty ass tea that got 26
ingredients in it,
shit, 26 grams of water, and then they add another 34 grams of water. I mean, my fault, grams of sugar. 26 grams of sugar, and then you look at it, it say 19 or 20 more added grams of sugar. No, I don't drink that ever. You will never see me. Wait, let say right here. Let me close this because I'm there.
The stuff like Powerade, Gatorade, Red Bull, none of that stuff is healthy for you. So I hope none of you guys are drinking it.
This is me. All water. No, I don't drink no Gatorade, Powerade, vitamin A, none of that garbage. Because then they'll tell you that cane sugar is good for you. That's what they'll tell you, right? Research cane sugar and put it next to real sugar. I mean, the fake sugar. They're the same damn thing. I'm sorry. I know y'all want to hear the truth, but it's just what it is. No, I don't put none of that garbage in my body. And some of the organic tea is not even right. So you got to watch that because they'll throw cane sugar in there.
They'll throw it in there, right?
Okay. Right. And so you'll have 19 grams with another 8 to 10 grams of more sugar. You thinking you got cane, you're good. No, you're not.
If you want to make sure it's healthy, it needs to say raw sugar.
If it don't say raw, it's not good.
That means it's white sugar, and white sugar is not good for you. That's what it means.
No white sugar is good. Sugar is not white. Okay, it's not white, people. Stop thinking sugar is white. It's not white.
If it's white, it ain't right. I think I'm gonna get and wear it this summer. I think
putting all those pills in you. I think I'm gonna all those what do you got? Your headache medicine. Yeah. All that's not natural. It's not good for you. Okay, it knocked your headache out. I bet it did. It ain't good for you either. Sorry. Okay. Look, and I got some of the garbage. Right? Because I poured the muscle. Right? I ain't saying the garbage that they give you didn't help you, but did I really need it? Think about it. That's all I'm saying. I didn't use it, by the way. I worked through the pain. I would just got it just in case.
You worked through the pain.
Just so we clear. Yeah,
yes, Maurice, white sugar is 1 molecule away from crack. It does the same shit to the brain. That's
same shit.
Statement.
No
They
different.
Did a study on people who eat a lot of sugar, people who are on crack, the neurotransmitters that are active. It's the same thing. Also, people who work out excessively, like bodybuilders, they have the same brain as crack addicts. It's very interesting when you start getting down to the science of it. Well, do you have any closing statements about our little polygamy versus monogamy thing?
I would say this. They're both beautiful dynamics. That's why I don't knock either. You know, you got people being like, this person is wrong. That I don't do that. I would say as an African people, because I don't really like the term black. So I would say as African people do things different, but I'll use black as a misnomer because I know y'all love that word, right? But as an African people, I think monogamy versus polygyny, I believe polygyny trumps all, but I just don't think we're ready yet as a people. I just don't think we're ready.
That. I think we need to focus on loving each other first. And loving ourselves.
Yes.
And really understand what loving someone is and what does that look like. You have to quantify things in real time. I'm a scientist. You can't just love me in here. We have to see what it is. Our children need to see what it is. So I think we need to work on learning what love is, understanding what love is, and then executing what love is. And then once we have mastered that, then we can do this. I want 18 wives and I want 15 boyfriends. Until
then we can work it out.
I think we need to pause and take a break, okay?
Because the way some of y'all move, that's not love. I'm sorry. I know it's the LS. I know y'all want to say it's the LS.
White people got us
that shit not love.
White people got us gassed that it is love. I'm telling you right now.
That shit, those sick bastards, listen, they don't know right from wrong. Stop listening to people that don't know actually right from wrong. They'll tell you he was sworn in on the Bible. This nigga then broke 50 rules before he put his hand in that fucking book and after he took his hand off. Okay, they don't know right from wrong. Okay.
Akima Bay says she wants to know what lipstick I have. Girl, I have one Ruby Woo from MAC. That's what I love. That red. It looks so good on all black women. Excuse me.
Y'all gonna make me throw up.
Don't hate, because you know my list is popping right now. Stop playing.
She want to be the god so bad. You know.
I am. You want to be like me. You can't. You can't. But you know, we got to stop loving like white people, stop aspiring to them, unlearn their psychology because it is not ours. The way their mind thinks is not ours. The way we process information is not the same. We have to go back to our ancient, spiritual, African ways of thought. Because the African was the first thinker on the planet, so we mastered that skill. We're the first person to think, the first being to think. We had the first brain that connected neurons. So can't no other race tell me shit. And I will never listen to them over what my ancestors wrote in stone for me. And they wrote psychology down. We have it in books. Okay. We wrote it down. Okay. So that's what I will say about that. So
well, it was a very interesting show, to say the least. Thanks for all that's tuning in. Before I close out, you know how I'm always close out. Peace and love to all the gods and goddesses of the earth, all my African people. You know, I'm great. Rub Buka down, give her a nice massage. You know, then we gonna go eat something like that. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Whoever I didn't tag, my apologies. I was rushing, so I didn't get a chance to tag all of y'all. I was at the gym. But the next time I'll be in at 4:30 and I'll tag at least 100 of y'all. And anytime y'all come on, tag y'all friends. Get them on too. Support black, right? Black overall. Support that shit, right? And one love to all of y'all. Until next time.
See you later.
Boys out.
Thank you for listening to our show. See you next time.